Kush and Cow Show. Kush and Cow Show. Kush and Cow Show. It's the Kush and Cow Show.
Angie?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, man.
We back outside again.
Yes, I.
As we say, back with another banger.
Yeah, man.
Tonight, we carrying on the tradition of bringing in the guests and them
Right.
and getting the people that different perspective. Tonight we have, I want to start off describing him. I want to start off by saying he's a lyrical poet. Because as a man is pay attention to words.
Yes.
And I don't think it have a better wordsmith in the game right now.
Right.
If we talk about lyrical content. So I started a lyrical poet, a father, a living legend. We are with
Pioneer.
tonight, King David.
Oh.
You see it? My brother David.
Oh,
How the thing set up, boy?
I just know, man. Good
Nah,
to be here. Yeah.
Yes, I.
I like
To have you here.
We give thanks for being here because this sit down is something, as you know, it's been a little while we really supposed to sat and
Yeah.
mash the works right.
Since last year.
Yes, yes, since last year. But we here now, we give thanks for being here, and I know locally, they don't have a house that don't know King David. But we ain't just touching local. We dealing with the international market, we dealing with the world at large right now. You see it? So for those on the broader scape who might know who is King David, you could give them a brief introduction into the eye.
Yeah, well, King David is a Trinidad and Tobago reggae artist, you know. Started his career a while, over 20 years. Started young, perfecting the craft, stuck with it, and it's still, I could say relevant today.
Still relevant.
What do you mean, man?
Yeah.
Over the years, I keep consistent, and that's the reason why I may have touched international shows once or twice, but I'm sure that in my homeland, I'm fairly recognized. In the Caribbean, I'm also recognized, and I give thanks for that.
And some of the hits you might be known for because there's so many. I don't even want to start. Let me start at my favorite. Candle in the
But
Wind.
they take my favorite.
You can't. You see, the first time I hear Candle in the Wind, Top G, I feel like I could have fallen in love with a girl immediately, buy some herbs, go and check she, and just live out that moment in time.
That was the song.
You see it?
That was for
Yeah, so to me they say you had so much other great hits throughout the time, but get the people and them a few that they might be familiar with or they might not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, one of the ones where my father, may his soul rest in peace, really love, and I feel is one of my greatest songs, is Life. Let me tell you about Life. Because that song there was written at a time where it required real writing in the reggae music.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Bourgeois and them coming hard them time with Destiny and all, you know what I mean?
Right.
Tough.
And they say conscious is not a rhyming thing long time. So I took upon that journey with Life. I was around men like Fresh and the G Unit, all them time pumping in the harp and seeing what going on in the ghetto first hand now because I'm right from Aruka.
Yes, I.
Born here in the
Yes,
East.
I. Yeah.
So when the reggae music carry me to these brothers' ends now, you know, just send the natural mistake all over the country. And we end up in the harp, dealing with the people in the harp. I start to see poverty and pain like I never see before.
True.
Where I from now.
And let me just interject for a second by saying that just goes to show how powerful reggae music is.
Yeah, man.
Because even those who might be deemed the gangsters or, you know what I mean, the road boy and them, even them show a affection to the thing at that point in time. Where it was showing that even those that might have been on a little different path still gravitate to righteousness and still wanted to hear that righteous word within song now, boy, you know?
Still had some light in the life.
Yeah, still bring a better life now.
It might be strange to how the media push it out, how the community leaders, gang leaders, how they just portray them. But that is how it was in Trinidad coming up, that the community leaders, the bosses and them, in the recreation time,
Right.
them fellas listening to reggae.
Yeah.
Bob Marley.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Good thing, conscious. Because how fresh you separate, how call his name again. He said, he well opened up to me. He says, the king. You see all the problems we create. Is that we were fixed. And we realize all your music making the children behave and the youths behave and listen to we and they rate we when we push that kind of music and that kind of vibes.
Okay.
Because you know we want to lime and party. And
What you mean? What
When
you
we push
mean?
reggae, it's like the party just go nice. So, and that was their way of kind of making up for whatever went wrong in the community. They used to use us as the messenger to the people, you know, to behave. And, but we use it, we take on that tool, and that is where songs like Peace Treaty come about.
Right.
Remember Peace Treaty?
Yeah,
song?
Yeah.
Peace Treaty.
Yeah, what you mean, man?
Yeah, I get glad when that happened because I see it now. I see the war going on and I see the music
See the
coming.
peace.
And we start a party together now. All St. Paul, Beaton, Sealats, Belmont, Gonzales, John, Picton, Sawa, Maloney, Igrandi, Sandu, Monrepo.
Yeah, everybody
was
lock in.
one, boy.
So let me ask you this, right? As I say that, being from that time in, seeing the Peace Treaty sign, seeing the works, how it manifests and how it was for betterment, looking at the times we in now, do you think there is something needed in this time? Do you think it's something even possible to happen in these times?
Yeah, well, you see, that is something one of our past leaders realized. But it wasn't the cool thing to do. And me ain't no political man, I don't big up politician, but
Yeah.
Patrick man didn't make a move
Yeah.
where he bring all the community leaders together. When he realized he didn't do it because we was warring, you know.
See,
He do it because he realized, wait now, all them fellas come together. We talking Kojo, we talking Sean Francis, Fresh, Paranoid, Bombers.
everybody come together.
And they liking themselves and they get to and they moving good. The politician and them wanted to find out how
All that
to achieve that.
Yeah.
You know, their mission
See.
is always to get votes.
Right.
So if there is a good look, we need to get a good look. And I believe that is why then people started, when all of them die and thing, people started talk like, man, that is why it's not good to the politician. Man, he set them up to death, but
Right.
he could never do that because he didn't have no part to play in them death.
Because rightfully so,
They die over their own experience in
after the Peace
in the hood.
Treaty, we
The
lost,
government never do nothing to really.
but we lost a lot of leaders,
But most
the
of the
community
leaders-
leaders,
It
most
looks
of the
suspicious.
Most of the names in Peace Treaty sign,
pass, yeah,
Yeah.
you see me, 95%.
and
And I'm proud of that, but it's just history. It's just something
And-
I could pull from my history to show these Trini-Bad youths. Let we don't mess it up this time if it happen. You know?
Yeah.
right,
'Cause you see how it mash up, or they don't make me shame.
Yeah.
Don't do
Right.
that again.
Well said.
and within even looking at the aspect of how important music is in a community, because here why I starting the because David, we grew up in a time when Sizzla, Kalanji, Luciano, Capleton, Garnet Silk, these fellas was the people that was influencing we in terms of music. We had the bounties, we had the different men, but at the
was
same point,
balance.
it was a balance.
50-50.
Right? And even more so is that we had more conscious spirit about the place.
Yeah.
Right? Now we living in a time where people not so spiritually inclined and they think about. Do you think that the reggae itself could solve some of the problems in society in terms of the crime and thing? And do you think that by allowing a certain type of music to take precedent, that is why we're going in that direction?
Well, I would not be in reggae if I didn't believe this was the solution. I tell you, I have time to waste. You know. I'm a children. I'm a grandfather right now. So
See?
if it's my youth make me choose certain thing, and I would have done stop anything that is not contributing to me
True.
living. So you see, reggae is the main force that could be used to get to the youth because nothing else ain't working.
Yeah.
You know, the churches, the telling them spirituality. The best thing you could do is inspire. Or be the actual living example.
Example. I always say lead by example.
And if you want to inspire, that means you have to succeed to be an inspiration. So you have to work hard at whatever you're doing.
To be able to give them something to look at.
Yeah, silently. You ain't matter meet them one day in your life. But you touch them with where you're succeeding.
Right.
How you do it. You know, and that is what lacking. And that is why I stay with reggae. But your next point was? The next part
Do you think that the new influencer music that it have now, that the more prominent on the airwaves, do you think that contributing to what happening in society now?
Yeah, man, what you mean? It loosen up the vibes, it loosen up the brain, it goes straight to the pineal gland, you know, as Midnight would have say. It resonates as they get up. It resonates in the dance moves. They got new forum, TikTok, with lawless, no rules.
Yeah, no rules.
They changed TikTok from a comedy thing to a game, a match thing and badness thing.
And people losing their lives.
Hand,
yeah.
So there are a lot of things that are different now where I can't deny that, it play a major part, you know?
Yeah.
So you talking on the outside, but when your child put on the tablet and the phone and thing, you know?
Right.
You have to stay connected to them too like Wi-Fi, you know? You have to stay on your children brain too. What is you seeing? We're listening to it.
Now, my personal take on the thing is that the movement itself, Trini-Bad movement, nothing wrong with it. Because if you watch music and its progression throughout time, there has always been a change, a evolution. The thing always keep evolving, always getting different. You know that kind of way? You know, that's how we had ska, we had pop, we had all these different kind of music, rock, all these things coming through the process at time is because music always had a evolution state because somebody would hear something different from the melody, hear something different from the rhythm, you know, that kind of way. But to me, I think is the lyrical content need to be addressed. And the only way we could truly address the lyrical content is by addressing the lyrical consumption. What people intaking. Now, I might be wrong, but I believe a radio station is mandated by the government, or at least some part of it in terms of what it putting out into the airwaves, right? And when we take a look at the other Caribbean countries here, they already start to kind of crush down on the thing. There was certain artists come in the country, there was certain music play and them kind of thing. And I think is the role of we leaders to come forward and say, well, you know, time for a change. Let me separate the sheep from the goat. Because if you give more airtime to the righteous music, David, then eventually it was so keen, because as I said, going straight to the pineal gland. It hitting you straight in the dome one time, and wherever your process and update could become a reality eventually. You see it?
True.
Yeah.
It's a tough spot, and to ask me my opinion on what should be done, anything I say will just offend somebody or something, you know. I and all reach a point where I still searching for the answer, you know what I mean?
No, well, in righteousness, it don't have no offense, you know.
Yeah, well,
It's either we stand up in righteousness or we mingle in
what I mean?
the downfall.
You know what I mean? It come like different angles. I get the angle from our parents now, who have a son singing Trini-Bad. And two sons.
Yeah.
Two sons and successful in it.
Yeah.
Unsuccessful in it.
And at points in the career, they peaked. This success was higher than my own in terms of bookings and, you know?
Right.
So from that angle is where I coming from when I say that I still seeking the knowledge on how to fix it, because there's a big difference in how we boss.
Yeah.
Remember, we grind hard, we sell CDs,
Right.
we all over town, we walk in the radio station, we traveling, we take a lot of time to get this thing done and get it correct. These youths and them now, boss, quick time, without it doing any, had to go and thing and nobody know them or lime in this block, get familiar with this area, sing in this show couple years, then the people get to like, yeah, I know you, and you build a fan base there, and then you on the radio station, all 6 radio stations you go and for people to hear you spread out and
Right.
So
they may have to do all that. So the way they get they forward now was so different to ours that is where I as the parent now start to understand, so men I know how to deal with this huge forward they get here, because it's not even them phone.
Come outside them LP period.
They know none of them.
Yeah.
None.
Yeah.
You understand where I'm coming from?
Yes,
I mean,
yeah.
you're correct.
Yeah.
It's no two-way street. One is either your house.
Yeah.
As Barry say. But as be experiencing it from this inside the house
Right.
of a conscious reggae artist. I sing my little dancehall too over the years.
Yeah.
But still with a message in it.
Yeah.
Never go so far to say, if you're this King David, I'll kill you and your family and your dog and your cat.
Right.
People would have felt me off stage if I sing something. So although they know I'm a tough Rasta, I'm not the fully bush Rasta. I come with jungle kind of Rasta, man. You know, I ain't no easy kind of man. But I didn't have to prove myself that way. So now I sit down in the same house now and watch my seed and them born into watching daddy, going all over with me. Well, Christmas shows, I carry my children. Every day, every month they get up, see me building on a rhythm, building
working
a song.
on a song,
They know it before the public know it.
Yeah, they know the process.
They know everything. They see the uncles as artists, the aunties as artists, people in the business, they know. And to see them now, boom, first thing as they start to sing, they get through here now with this Trini-Bad thing. And you might like the message.
Right, but you still feel a sense of pride.
But you do it good, boy.
I sure you, come on.
It was first one I heard from Tafari was Bad Man for you. No,
Yeah.
You come good. I walk with the size,
Yeah, but you come real good. Yeah.
I'm proud of you, boy. Yeah. At least you stay quiet and hide from me to record this song. And when I hear it's licks.
So
boy,
so that was my introduction to Tafari as well.
You see?
Right? And
me and you.
I didn't even know that was your son. As a man would tell me that. Because when I hear this song, I said, youth man voice, smooth boy. The way how, because he naturally have a smooth voice, right? I said, youth man voice, smooth boy. And the man telling me, by that David son, man. But to me, the last time I see your son and then the small, my time just passed and sometime, So I say, man, I can be David son, David a small son, man. Boy, David son and them, you know what I mean? Still now, boy. So, and I think, yes, in us, you always feel a sense of pride to know, your youth and them still carrying on the legacy. And because you remember at the end of the day too, David, there's youths, they might not have all the experience and the knowledge we have. That is why maybe I'd like to even say in your son and them case, they're quite fortunate.
It contributes to me too, it contributes to building me. You see, if they did follow my path, just like how I is. Young King David's, young reggae man, young thing. And I'd be so good. But they would not teach me nothing. They would not be connected to the generation now. With them is.
Sure.
So they just teach me so much and keep me up to date with this music, with the vibe and the thing. And daddy, this song, but that, I like that line, daddy. That bad. It's teaching both ways now in the house.
Some say to learn that there's youth. And that brings me to my point about the whole Trini-Bad movement, I glad it happened because that have to happen for the next part to happen, which is if you watch the culture, the Jamaican culture where we reference just now with how Shabba and even Caperton used to sing Wapunani and thing before he even conscious down.
Yeah.
There was youth. So they went through a position where to enter into the thing, this is the way we choose. But when you're in the thing, you can't stay that same way forever. Even you as the person who busts in a certain type of lyrics, even after doing 100 songs, you go and tell yourself, well, maybe I can make a song of a different quality, of a different caliber. And you find the Trini-Bad itself or any genre will evolve into something else, into Buju giving us Destiny, into Caperton giving us Raggy Road, and you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
Sizzla when he come out was like a brash. And then you find through the years of the music, you find a better delivery, a better way to smoothen it and, you know, make it more palatable
All right.
to the thing.
Yeah, makes sense. And watch this. Right now we here talking about them, right? A lot of things happen, like we say, connected to the Trini-Bad vibes, the whole industry, everything, right? And they come and get a shock now, boy. Shock wave. They calm down right now,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I believe that situation, that time, and they reaching
Upon on us, yeah, upon us,
they
yeah,
evolving. And I would like to know, will the same media and public defend the change now? If we will promote, like how all them pages,
Love to grab on the, yeah.
Will they have a responsibility now to give you the truth and show we look them fellas evolve, boy?
See,
Do they still want blood, or do they want, because it come like more than blood, because it's nations, you know. It go to Guyana, they try to ban it. It go to St. Kitts, they ban it. It go to this small island, they ban it.
Yeah.
right.
And that's disrespect to our country, and we bring on ourselves.
Yeah.
A kind of way. You know, I ain't blaming them other islands or countries. But we kind of, all right. It happened. We went to, of course, a little bit with the whole entertainment thing with the youths and them. And the same youths singing good music. Like we brand this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make it work now because they come good.
Yeah, yeah.
Then
Yes,
other
definitely.
islands following them.
Round of applause.
You understand?
Yeah.
They come good. The world was saying what they're saying.
I have even had conversations with authentic Jamaicans who in dancehall and tell me at a certain point in time they even start to feel a bit threatened.
Challenge, because they start to influence.
Because the youth and them here started bring out a song where it was actually rivaling with the Skanks and the TJs and the was creating out there. You understand?
Yeah.
So the thing rise in popularity so fast that, but it is a youth-based drive, eh?
Yeah.
Because it's a younger population would take up that. Because I can remember when my daughter and my son and them was 13, 14 years and thing, and they're talking about Z-Tech and all these things, right? And even then, it had already started to be like, because Swanee, Z-Tech, from at least my interpretation of the history, was one of the first to actually put together what we would know as a unit or a team, and had that kind of following to a house, that Z-Tech to that brand then.
Yeah.
You understand? And even in them days, the youths and them, they done already start to gravitate to the thing. Then we had the K-Lion and the Rebel 6 and all these fellas. I can remember these fellas working in the beginning with men like Max, JD Ellis, Induction Empire, JD Ellis.
Noble.
You know what I mean? Noble Touch, these fellas and them, you know,
Siege.
was influential in the coming up of them fellas' career. But then we
KG.
KG, you know what I mean? Reality.
Can't forget KG.
All these fellas was so important in the billing of the thing. But then it started
DJ Pun.
to go astray. Well, I just want to say that DJ Pun, the government should literally take DJ Pun and make him an official leader of the Trini-Bad. Because here why? One, he had the right method in promoting the thing. Now we just talking about the business aspect of it, right?
Right.
He have the right method in promoting the thing, the way how he just deals with his scenes and thing. And two, he's a fella very, very, very steadfast in no foolishness. Let we make money, let we break the thing, let we leave out all that killing and all them kind of thing. And it's men like that, they need to really stand up on the front line. Because they don't have nobody pioneer in the scene, you know, let me be honest. Who you could stand up and say really represent anything right now in at this time? To say, well, even the biggest man in the thing separate himself for whatever reasons. But he separates, so the unity is what lacking.
And strange enough is unity will have it like that, because you talk about Z-Tech forming the band, that brotherhood, that
start off with
club.
the unity.
But what I had noticed is that all the young artists who was doing the Trini-Bad started to form these Where when you see the artist, you see 20 man with jersey and they'd form this kind of... So you find that was pushing the energy of, yeah, this could get done, and more people was liking it now. And it really got forward because it had that
Right
strength.
now, I just what the world know. All that hype up, all that wild thing done.
Done.
I what the world know that.
Yeah.
That Trini-Bad, he killed two thing, war thing, done.
Right.
Fellas come to a realization. Everybody go through the storm, whoever remain, decide they don't want that for the future.
Yeah.
So the world needs to know Trinidad is back.
And
Dealing with the talented youths.
Yeah, man.
Musically, we promoting them still.
yes, I.
Don't feel we shut them down. They still around and request them and respect them, man. Eh? We doing good
Request them
still.
and respect them.
And
Me
waiting.
know if it's the name to it, and me know if it's the name Trini-Bad, if it come with that connotation, if they're willing, if they are belly to change that. If that is, I don't know, I just making a suggestion.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
And that's how
If
we're
they could
saying.
just stop, move under that name and just don't promote it like that no more.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be, Trini
Like,
Good or
that's a
something. You know?
suggestion.
It's really dancehall. It's really
Yeah,
our version
just
of
don't even have
dancehall.
that title.
Yeah.
Let's leave it.
You know?
Yeah,
Like-
just
like
leave
the-
it. Just
yeah.
leave it to
Them
our
and
title.
buildings.
Let
Just
it
do
be
your
a
thing.
genre.
You see me?
Just do
That's
your
just a
thing.
suggestion.
Yeah, let it be
Yeah.
a genre. Let it be a genre of
But
music.
I really what the world know for real is, you know, we wishing here the thing really cool down right now, and
We give thanks to that.
musically it
Yeah,
cool down. You understand? No matter we are in the state of emergency right now, the musical war and thing all I was hearing about, it at a low right now, and we just trying to
That's-
solve that
that's
so it will
music.
happen again. Now. It's just music now.
Yeah.
And
But that suffering the youths really want to sing still, you know.
Yeah.
Plenty youths want to sing off of that same
Real talent
generation
too.
artists, you know what I mean?
and it breeding so much more. It breeding so much because it creating an opportunity for the youths and them, and that now as a man, I just think different too, right? And I just watch things in the bigger picture, and I say the reason why nobody in trying to fix it is because probably they pushing it into failure. People ask what and say, right? No.
Very dangerous, boy. I will tell you for real.
Yeah.
It don't make sense playing with your life. For
Yeah.
a song, you know, artist, you know. As big man. Because you know at the end of the day, it's big man behind the scene.
Yeah.
Right.
Promoting it and pushing it is a lot of people.
Right.
Yeah.
And they come to that realization that, yo, this thing's serious.
Oh.
But the youths and them, now it has some cool areas, it has some cool vibes going on still, even with the reggae music. You know, where changes starting to happen, like this New Year's. You know what I do for New Year's?
Mm.
Well, I remember I state of emergency.
Right. Right.
I get a show in C-Lots.
Right.
Now, people wouldn't understand C-Lots. They would think C-Lots is just whole day, whole night, thing. No, C-Lots have a real serious, conscious following.
And
Every event,
Yeah.
Father's Day, Mother's Day, Christmas, Valentine, New Year's, they call it. They just make sure and call, and not one.
for the reggae artists and
Yeah.
them,
Yeah.
for that level
For
of
that
consciousness.
company, yeah.
Yeah, how you mean?
They
How you
come
mean?
in and
I just always speak highly of them places.
so this year with the state of emergency partner, anybody I tell, well, we're going cake,
Yeah.
dress up nice and I come out.
yeah,
We're going
yeah,
Go down and see lads.
yeah. They want to know what kind of
Nobody had want to move. State of emergency.
Yeah.
And that's
And I went down to pick up my writer and shuffle down, big up yourself.
yeah, shuffle, big up yourself.
And
You know what I mean?
we shoot down the road, we don't know the others.
Yeah,
See lads. And we reach in, we park up, and we sit down in the car. I'm telling you straight, we come too early.
Right.
Right. Nowadays do it in the
Right,
road.
right.
They
Late
coming
thing.
out late.
Men coming out late, yeah.
Men telling me, nah, King, you reach too early. You know what I do? In that new year, like after 1, 2, and thing, me and Shuffle sit down in the car and just catch it and pep out right in the car.
Safe.
All 5, 6 o'clock, so we well, I'm King, you good? Say, way, comedy dance, you understand?
Yeah, yeah. But you're safe.
And of course,
And not because there is King David, you're safe, eh? Not because let me here why I want to emphasize on that point. Because even way before I start Lance then, I had a little bedroom down in Silots. Whereas a man used to go on vibes and get my little burn from, and we used to hold our vibes and reason and right? And even in them times, coming to he and not being affiliated with nobody or connected to nobody else in the neighborhood, I never feel no type of way because it was always what going on for I. Blessed, because there's a place if you
Energy,
show them
yeah,
respect and love,
get respect.
you get it back
yeah,
in a full
energy.
respect. And this is the thing that most people doesn't understand about the so-called places like that, like to deem about the hotspots, right? Now, if
No,
I'm
but
a-
not everywhere, so.
right,
That's some
true.
hotspots done.
That really
It's
hot.
hot.
They done.
Yeah.
That really hot, right?
But see, lots they strike me as a kind of a different zone.
Yeah, all right. So
Especially that half a sea lots.
that part down in the hole. there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
They know they would sound. Our family, Vince Dan is my cousin.
Right. Yeah, well,
You know,
yeah.
My uncle Don or someday, you know.
Yeah.
It's like family,
Yeah, man.
you know. And when I get up there and I hear in fireworks busting, I think I do my thing. I end up singing because it was too much. The bosses didn't come out yet and teeny boppers and them was in the dance still. When I say bosses,
Yeah.
my age group now.
Yeah.
Me and if them celebrate 12 o'clock and bep. But
Your kind of age bracket and reach out yet. It's more the youths and them outside.
no, I know kind of rise up here now.
Right.
So I fresh. Say, boy, what we go do again, boy? Drop home, shuffle and looking for doubles or something before I pull in, because I fresh.
Right, yeah.
Study AA. Maloney, boy. Tommy
Yeah.
Schmoder and them.
Yeah.
I just trying to show the people, show the world how we just move still in Trinidad.
Even though they're
We
trying to paint a
normal.
picture for you.
State of
Yes, sir.
emergency.
Yes, I.
The
Yes, I.
so-called hotspot, I went one.
Yeah.
And then when I leave, when they coming up the road,
In the next
I go in
community.
a hotspot again.
Yeah.
Maloney, Jacobin. If you see Jacobin, thousands of people smile on their face.
Yeah. Giving
Joyful,
thanks for
the sun
life.
coming up.
Yeah.
It's only blessing and greeting and blessing and love.
That would go to a lot to say. Just a couple of days I was explaining to somebody that the media itself, right, holds such a high responsibility.
Definitely.
Because I myself, being somebody that into media production and creating productions and these kind of things, I just always be mindful of way and what I turn my camera on, right? Now, here why just look at it. The negative don't have a multitude of people already feeding into it, right? Me in my little corner, I could highlight righteousness. I could highlight the good and the you know, always try to be that version of it then, you know, that kind of way, not get caught up in the hype, not try to spin the thing, the narrative to get our glory,
forward,
to get our likes and thing now, but you know, that kind of way, I always try to keep the thing natural and keep it true to what I perceive it to be now, boy.
It's like
you know?
this. It's like this. You go Cora River, right? You shoot the whole scene. You're watching pot bubbling. You watch two youth men run up in the bamboo patch, catch a gun. You watch our next father now, catch a fish with the 2 children.
Yeah.
You're filming all that.
Yeah.
And boom, a fight start in the corner. Planners pass.
Yeah,
Cuss up.
yeah,
Granny fall down.
yeah.
This one, bottle pelt. And when the day done, you come in now to your work, boss in the media house.
Yeah.
And he want you to put that
That.
part.
Up.
And when you have all these beautiful traditional things,
Yeah.
pot
Happening
bubbling,
right.
man show you. But we go wait till the foreign
Yes,
blogger
David,
come.
boy.
And he show them how to curry something and then we go rate it.
All right, and look
You
at
have to
that.
adjust yourself, man.
Look at that, right? Because, as David rightfully said, they're waiting for the foreign person to come to try to highlight the thing. But the minute the foreign person come and highlight the negative, they lock him up.
Wow.
They lock him up, and the reality of it is, Benjamin do nothing wrong. Benjamin do up to now, he ain't coerce or take out nothing. All he do is show it, because let me tell you something, David. A camera could only show what you put in front of it. You see it?
Yeah.
Unless you're dealing with green screen and fake image and all them kind of thing, but 99% of the time what they put in front of the camera, they show.
What you see,
So all the
yeah.
Benjamin do was highlight this.
That was a glitch in the matrix, in the system matrix. They went off the...
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't
that.
understand that whole scene. I was like, Ole, really, what is... Go down in people's memory, boy?
Or we really want this fixed.
Ole, this one weird. It was
It-
weird.
It lead to the bigger question. If we want it fixed, or we just put in a plaster on it because your neighbor say, Look, you have a bruise on your foot, boy.
Yeah.
This is the reality here, it's not top G, because let me be honest. Let me be real, right? If at this point in time we ain't put a brakes on certain thing, and we ain't try to bend the thing to a certain way, if we ain't try to mold the music, if we ain't try to mold the youths, if we ain't try to alleviate certain things, then we will come to a point, Benjamin, where you and I can sit down here and feel normal. I must have to have about 1,000 burglar proof outside there just to make you feel safe.
Yeah.
I must have to put 2-3 security outside there to stand up just for you to be able to come and sit down here. Cause the thing kinda serious, you know,
Yeah,
brothers.
serious.
It kinda serious, you know. And we need some kind of solution, some kind of absolve from the thing. You see it?
I think a good way to present the solutions is through David and them too. But through the music is a good way for us to hear the word,
Yes, I.
learn the word,
Yes, I.
and recite the word now. Where now we could do the actions to follow suit. You know, because it's well, the good actions go bring back good actions still, you know.
Yeah, if I tell you that, you see example and inspiration, you them things serious. If they just look at us,
True.
look at we lifestyle, they go like it. You rather be living like this, but
Yeah,
you know
live
what I mean?
good. Yeah.
Yeah, than that piece.
David, come on. Look how nice the thing is now. Look at the time we live in now, Virgin. We had the world before we fingertips, Virgin. You see it? Look at, come on, David. Look at Studio 53 Days. The now.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
Nah, you know what I mean, my brother? Look at them
Yeah.
days, Angelo,
Yeah.
them fellas and them. Look Flatbush. And, you know, as I talk that Flatbush talk, because that is one of the things I always kind of... I like storytellers and music. I like a man who could really carry me down a part with his song.
On a journey.
You see it? And that particular song kind of show your progression in the thing. We talk about you went Flatbush and Eva, and then you come back
that
and
no verse. That is a,
right, that verse in the song, not the
verse.
song, but that verse in the song, right? And
it was a boy, me said no, I was doing really and true. I don't know. I ever going on.
yeah,
The whole of the fire done light with Trinidad reggae.
yeah,
Right? Artists jump out, we doing we thing. A man come in and say we doing a song together. What we go do?
right,
Let's do it. Then make the time and come in, put on the verse. You ain't hear nobody verse, nobody ain't hear your verse.
see it.
It's more the general Malanasha producer.
Right, that was reggae was as you're talking about, right?
Yeah, Carl
Right.
Beaver Henderson.
Right.
Yeah, and he's the producer behind the whole thing.
Yeah, Biva.
And it had other people around in the background. And what the youths feel is just I get through thing and we think was set up good,
Yeah.
Long time,
Yeah.
And man, every artist had a manager and thing, bro.
And them time you know social media and thing, man, have to
Nothing like
get
that.
down on the ground and
You
actually work.
understand?
Yeah.
And for the big producer, calling man, phones. No WhatsApp, no Zoom call, calling man, come in. The artist we give them a verse here.
Yeah.
And that's it. You come in, you hear the rhythm, you hear the topic, you do. So I do my thing. I don't know, I just say, boy, I was thinking about what happened the other day.
Yeah.
Because I ain't sure reggae all stars, you know what I mean? We now start, we bust out. All right.
So you just tell that story.
Yeah, that's it. I could only say what happened there,
Right.
you know. I didn't remember nothing really big didn't happen here. That was really in the whole thing.
Right,
Just
yeah.
Well, I went to Brooklyn on a 2-year visa.
Yeah.
Leave my son them and me walking a leave. Tell the story about Brooklyn.
Yeah.
That was
And
it.
that show a level of sacrifice as well as a father and as an artist still same way. Because you sacrifice, for both your craft.
Put man and see,
Yeah.
because Lever Brothers come like a huge, next to oil,
Yeah,
Lever was the next.
Right.
And I'm a high paying government,
Yeah.
but Lever on top.
yeah.
In them days and when you get that kind of work, and plus my brother work Lever, my father worked there 30 something years, So it's like a family job now.
Yeah,
So
yeah. And
he, you know, it was to break that down to hear what's going on. My little talent. Well, you helped me with all these years.
yeah.
I'm really glad for the work and thing, but the work allowing me to go and seek out my music and come back
And
in
do a
that
thing.
That's the way you think, boy. You're a big man. That's how my father was. You're a big man.
Right.
You can't, oh gosh.
No, well,
I see you on party time from small son.
Well, that
They're
is,
out, you know?
that is one thing, right, David? That is one thing. But as a man, we're living with our wife and our children, and you know,
No, when you're
how that conversation. No. Here I want to know a conversation like that was because how you telling mama,
Yes.
well, boy, I'm about to leave you for 2 years, boy.
He's the first man ever in history asked me that question.
Serious. Because that is a serious
Bro, you don't
conversation.
even know. You don't even know.
Yeah.
What's going on. We're about to go viral. That ain't not even so far, and yo,
That is before that.
yes.
David.
My wife here was even in the picture. She must be somewhere in primary school or something.
Granted.
Yo,
Make
what
up
going
wife
on?
one
Yeah,
time.
big up wife.
How you
What going
mean,
on?
man? Make up the queen one time.
I was well, Tafara and Hesse from 3, big up all yourself.
Right.
Yeah, I just had 2 of them.
Yeah.
Me and mama separate and thing.
Right.
So I just did, and them boys by me with granny and grandpa and auntie and them.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it was a kind of, the mother living right up the road in born here too, right, not 2 street away.
Right.
So
Right.
it come like they are 2 house now, boy.
Right. Yeah.
So you know, at the same time, they safe. And I doing my lever work and realize, well, I could get a visa easy here because there's a stable job.
Yeah.
You can't deny me that. I ain't running and go foreign, sleep in no basement,
Because you had to come.
and forget my leave. I
Right.
pay you, man.
Yeah. Coming back for that
Sure.
money, sure.
Yeah, so jabba me, boy, get in my head, boy. Offer them phone.
They got buy me too
offer
one
them
time.
phone and them cat phone card. He tell them, yeah, King, you can come here, boy. Easy, you getting that. You and soldiers and thing. Just get that police and thing. Side, bro. Charm, boom, get
Over phone card, you say?
Yeah, call
Yeah,
them,
because them busy at the back card to call and
card and
thing.
thing,
Yeah, manners.
Yeah. And thing link, and I watch that, I say, oh, yes, boy. But he tell them the thing was serious too.
Right.
Tell me, bro, from small you talented, boy. From small you writing song could sing. I see man out here in half of your talent, and you will boost me up now. And I know that what the youths need to hear sometimes.
Yeah.
That's why I just deliver to the youths like that. I just give them that same treatment now, boy.
No, I
'Cause
know.
I realize, look what that make me do, eh?
For real.
Let me ask you this, right? Because I know Goldmouth was one of your old sobriquets.
All them time I
Right.
was cool mouth.
So let me ask you a question. Was Goldmouth... These things as a man when I like to always ask then. If I could ask you, so was Goldmouth because you was such a good lyricist? Or was it because from back in them days,
Bro.
I'm out of hot, wait, was?
Bro.
Yeah.
I know it's like all kind of style. I like real fashion and style.
Scene.
And part of the whole thing with Trini is we like country and western, soca, parang, reggae, rock.
Yeah,
Hip-hop.
we have an eclectic taste in music, for sure. I could attest to that.
I love rap, Snoop Dogg and all kind of thing.
You come from that
Men
time.
take Tug Life tattoo.
Yeah.
I have a Jah Lion tattoo across my belly from I was 18 years.
Right.
Bro, I was playing gold teeth in my mouth.
See.
8 gold teeth. You don't remember the gold teeth phase?
No, well,
When men on Charlotte Street
you said that.
and Frederick Street with a board, and
Yeah.
on the board had the teeth on them.
Well, you were born.
Like a
But
clip.
here what I do.
David, I had 8 in my mouth.
don't know
too.
the thing,
my
bro.
mouth, in my
Come
mouth, it
on,
mark
man.
pure fire.
Come on, you have gun and thing.
In my mouth, it
Yeah,
mark
that
pure
one,
fire
that one
horse
like that.
because I had
Ninja
4 on
man.
top and 4 below.
Ninja man
Yeah.
say gun pon teeth, and we take
Yeah.
that serious.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah.
by Kazim in Marval.
Yeah.
But
Kazem,
put
yeah.
the gun on your teeth.
Kazem put my teeth on them. Kazem put my teeth on them.
So when I come up in the east now, now in the east I have a man named Bash.
Right.
Now Bash is a man in here. Bash ain't so tidy. Bash is real hood.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Bash gain it bare back here so. When Bash pull out them fingers for you with all that acid and all kind of old gold and silver.
It
That
black.
ones on it,
Yeah,
black.
it black.
And jam that and now going on. Your money small so. You know?
You're taking away again them time because you're what you're oppressed. Yeah.
You bring your girl, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You bring your girl to get a little gold teeth.
Yeah.
And he pull out them fingers here so and jab it up. You're tasting all kind you have to go and get tetanus.
Because it's only cup and you're tasting in your mouth.
She say, you sure this man have nice, huh?
Yeah.
You sure this man good, right?
Yeah, because cup about they call it you them time. Because
Yes.
they used to sell you a red stone. You remember the
Yeah,
red
to
stone?
shine it, to
Yeah,
shine
because
it.
if
Yeah,
you
go home with that.
if it's a smoker gari and you had a red stone,
Your gold teeth black.
what? In about a week time, you cup a dog. I can remember spending enough hours because if it's one thing with myself too, I always take pride in my personal hygiene and appearance, right? So even having them gold because mine was sticky, I didn't have no cap.
Nah, brother, I ain't play that.
Yeah, the cap.
I take
I was stick down.
I glued on one.
The last one remaining in my teeth, they must have about, till I must was about almost 28 years
Yeah,
old.
we were lucky, bro. We were lucky, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, I tell myself, that is it, you know.
Well, the Kazem I went by,
Eh.
and you know Kazem is a
Yeah,
man used to
Kazem.
seal your edges and things,
Good,
so
proper.
no food can get on inside
Right.
your thing and them thing. If
God.
there's one thing I could say
Alistair,
about
when
Kazem on the hill day.
I did I get fed up now, boy. And I take a needle, I take a pin, I take all kind of thing and joke out that. When it come off, and I ask my
Your
girl,
teeth thin.
smile, so wait now, boy. Everything white coming down here when I reach here, so it's like a sucker yellow M&M or something, boy. On that teeth alone.
Yeah.
And I watch it. Wait now, I say, wait, that is it for me for the rest of my life, boy. Nah, boy. But I started to joke that and realized that I just did this time I make the glue, boy.
Yeah.
I said, thank God. That get off.
Because you swear that corner of the teeth, they get.
So that is it, boy. For 5 minutes, I tell myself, I go, I look like this, boy. Boy, here what going on? When that come off, and I realize my teeth good,
Good.
and I take care of my teeth, and
After that.
everything good, and I say, boy, I will never glue down no gold teeth on my teeth, boy.
Yeah.
But I take a chance there. My nerves could have dead. I could have a great teeth there.
Yeah, I and all take a
just
chance
learn now,
in
boy.
time. But that was the thing. Them days was gold teeth in your mouth and them thing was the played in them days and them kind of thing, you know, I can't wait.
So that's how you get the gold mouth.
That's how I get gold,
Thing,
man.
okay.
So when I come out and I sing, so I bling in, thing.
Yeah. And as a man way, because one thing as a man observe with you, David, is that you always evolve throughout the time. And my brethren Gary, I go tell you that is one of my mantras. If a man don't know how to evolve, he will perish, brethren. If a man don't know how to adapt the thing, he will perish.
Because that spiritual energy helped me, you know, and then with my son and them too, help me go through the generations. But you must have a spiritual energy because remember,
See.
you're praying and you're pleading for life and you're pleading for good health too. So it's more than just one thing. It's boy, you have to give up on real things. You have to stop do certain things. You have to start to do certain things. So you do more of it.
Right.
You know, and you just have to have that awareness.
And
You can't slumber in life and lapse. If you really want the opportunity. If you're cool, you're cool.
right.
And you're going to be cool and you'll die cool and you'll live cool. But if you want to make a difference and you want to enjoy life and teach others, because you know that the more people enjoying life on this little island, is the better the children will grow and the better the people will be.
Sure.
Yeah, we could be Dubai, we could be the Garden of Eden, you know.
Yeah, we could be a
we
paradise.
the
Because
land of the
it's a
Trinity.
paradise.
Yeah.
We have it set already. Why we fucking it up? So
Yeah,
that
but
is,
no,
you know.
I mean.
Playing with it?
Yeah, what I
Once,
mean,
one
why
side,
we,
once.
like, no, but that is the reality of it. Why we playing with the
Yeah,
thing?
come on, man.
We live in, right? Where other people let's come to vacation.
Yeah.
We live in what it is called a paradise. Where the outside world seen as a paradise. So why turn it into anything else than that, bro? Why?
For sure.
Come on, me and David, you could get up in the morning and say, boy, I feel to go and take a beach bath. It have people out of foreign in sea. Son,
We didn't see it, you know.
much less a beach.
We living in Colorado.
Never.
For the life.
In our state, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In
Come
Europe.
on.
coconut, fresh coconut, fresh
I could go by the
avocado.
beach now.
Yeah.
I could just leave you and go by the beach now.
No. And in him at a beard, you can just
Soak
go
my
just to
foot.
park up and listen to the
Relax,
water and just
yeah.
soak it. You see it? So we living in that kind of
like we
fog.
want to here to come like it are landmines all over the place and you can walk and it's United Nations and it's refugee camp and no brother. We have to wise up.
For real.
Yeah, we have to wise up. We have to go up from here. We going good. After
Yeah.
Corona kind of take it down a little bit, but this year I don't know what happened, boy. But
This, all right.
yeah,
This
and then these gel blasters and all, they ain't help
Right.
the situation, you know.
Yeah.
Right,
These
David.
gel blasters. He's a father. I have
Talk to me.
children and thing and
Talk to me, right.
I not no goody two shoes.
Nah,
I don't
right.
claim to be that.
Right.
But something about the gel blasters, boy. Yeah, something about that I hesitate to buy now.
Yeah.
I go buy your slippers. You get a phone.
No.
You know what I mean? But I hesitate and everybody I want a year pass. Because I ain't come out now. You know?
Right. It didn't come out now.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's Saturday and it wait for this year.
No.
And this year, it hit here, come back. Where I watching them and it's like, you really feel you busting out a man's skull here, boy?
That is-
Because
Oh
it
God,
gave the
boy.
opportunity. It gave them the opportunity to emulate
Yeah.
without repercussions.
Yes.
I feel the same way watching it, like when I did see a certain time when the country, certain artists had to talk about demon and demon and thing.
Yeah,
and the
the
energy
place-
that did bring,
Yeah.
not on part of the artist, but the energy that
energy that it bring.
Trinidad, when
Yeah.
you don't yourself know, boy, it changed the vibes of the
Yeah.
real
People
events
take it literal.
I go to, and the gel blaster seeing that same thing in youth and them eyes
Yeah.
and the behavior.
Go even.
And thing. So I watch myself and say, boy, nah, boy. I ain't feel like buying that for you, nah, boy.
Yeah.
You know, they started talk, they ban on it and thing. Because when you see a car load that you pull up, you never know, a man might have a real life fire.
Yeah.
And pretending it's a gel
Somebody
blast.
child.
Scene.
And you know, your son just leave home, you know, that you are going by my boy and play game. And when he go in there now, you have to tell him, hey, anybody want to carry you and go and shoot? You have to tell him all that now, you know.
Yeah.
Go and shoot no gel blaster. Remember what we see on the news.
Yeah.
Do go and go, And all this is thing. You have to keep talking to the youths according to the time now.
Yeah.
You know, we would have to tell them about gun and cutlass and caps gun.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
wonder.
gotta tell them about gel blasters now.
I wonder in where's the level our parents see it have. No.
Well,
Right? Because I have a son who turned 23 Boxing Day. I have a daughter who turned 21 3 days after Top G. I never bought a gun for my son in all the years I growing him up as a parent. Because I never got a gun in all the years I growing up as a child. Because you could remember a long time, David, it wasn't, you don't buy gun for little boy to play with.
Tafari and Hezekiah, them didn't get that.
them ain't get
Because
that.
My mother and father not on that.
Because that was what we grew up in.
But
Yeah.
this younger batch get water gun. You see water
Yeah.
gun? I ain't gonna lie, the younger
A little
batch.
water gun and nothing
But
because the
even that,
water gun was
it
a
didn't
different
have-
type of
You
gun.
didn't have that intention in the eye with a water
It
gun.
come like
You
two
didn't
always
feel like you're
raise the
killing
cubs on them.
somebody.
You always raise the cubs on them. I ain't know if I wrong, but I the fries be like, you can't be weak too.
Nah.
You can't be weak. Because
No,
you
yeah,
go
that-
out there,
yeah, and
you will
get-
see the gel gun, you will see the caps gun.
And yet the other advantage
So
they
bust
made
it up
too.
wherever,
Yeah.
know how to bust it up, know when to go, why to go.
Right.
So, gosh, that's the best you could do, you know. Because they're going to bounce it up. And if you prepare them to be weak, make them feel, well, boy, only thing that work with me is my father passing by the jail and telling me, yeah, don't ever let me have to come here, boy. I'll abandon you. Don't ever.
Wow.
I won't talk to you again. Don't ever let me have
Yeah.
to come here.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
That kind of resonate in my doings, you know. And once when I was arrested, my father was like, the police come by the cell and tell me, boy, your father had problems. I said, no, my father normal.
Yeah.
But I'm tell you, boy, police, boy.
Yeah.
And boy, your father like you want to fall down in front of him and go switch saying if you had to call the ambulance, face change.
Yeah, because you are no shock
What?
for noise.
For a little weed case, you know.
Yeah.
And that Remind me too. Remember the man that tell you that, boy.
Yeah, because
So
he
that
don't want
kinda-
to see you in that light.
So
Yeah.
parents, them kind of little things in the house from small, give them drills, things,
man.
thing like cocaine and drugs and thing. You make them
You
feel
talk, have
like it's
conversations with the
acid now.
children.
Yeah.
Make them feel like it's acid.
I tell them
So
the
make them
real.
feel like even if you touch coke, you turn into that pipe where you see passing there, you know,
Yeah.
and the dogs barking at them.
Yeah.
And you see how we smell, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Like how you going on? Me, you know, boy. I
right.
tell them thing, boy. 'Cause as a big man, I look back and, boy, that make me a big man. I go on
Yeah,
the
that-
I
that
go on
make
the block
you
in
check yourself
Sawa
too.
And see a man cut cocaine and I smoking with the man. And telling me, brother, go and wash your hand.
Yeah.
I'm to you, but I say, no, brother. I really want to feel like I go up the road
I
and
never
like
never
I,
like that, you know.
you so frightened, but I say, yeah, boy. I
Yeah.
tell you, my parents do a good job, yes.
Yeah.
Needles me down with that.
And I one thing I always try to do with my youth and them and all is always try to explain to them how that conversation. If I telling them something wrong, I try to explain to them why it's wrong and what is the repercussions of it now, boy. And it come back to where we just always try and say me got the accountability because in this time here now, parents ain't really putting in the work, bro.
Yeah.
As a man, now let me tell you something about me, right? And I give thanks that God put me in the position. Let me put this disclaimer out here. The views expressed in this program that come out of my mouth is mine and mine alone. You see it? I talks my things, right? But I think in at this time, parents not all, not all, but parents not really putting in the work. Like how back in the days, because let me tell you something, right? I get real trouble in school, Top G. Somehow the team try to entertain here, right? But here we're going in the midst of getting all my trouble. I had a father where even in junior sec, when I come home from school, he checking to see what I do in school. You know what that do for me, David? That make me brilliant.
Yeah.
Because even
You
in the
never know, you never know.
even in the
When you
midst
get
of
shake
getting
down.
the trouble,
Yeah.
I know I shake down home. So I still finding time to learn. And that ability of crunching knowledge into a short period of time turned out to be one of my best assets now. Because I can literally cram for something and then relate after in the exact format that I take it. Because I just having, he as a person,
needles, yeah.
having the
Needed.
to
Yeah,
come home
yeah,
to
it's
hear that
needed,
boy.
yeah.
And now I watching parents
They teaching them not to have accountability.
and they giving them
Like they're not supposed to do that and anything.
Yeah,
I just be the opposite now. They know that. They know daddy.
come on,
Hey, your boss your toe. I coming on the scene, so.
we'll go on here.
How long I tell you not to go there and kick there, eh?
Mm.
And you're balling, you know, and it bleeding, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And them whoever see about you, and I still just be vexed, you know, and saying, but I still all of that.
Yeah,
Sometimes I just come in hot because I want all you.
Yeah.
That is life. You don't listen, these things will happen.
For real?
Like how this happen?
Because here what works for me, like
Hello?
as a parent, is talk to them. Because it have conversations that we need to have that we don't have.
Facts.
Do activities with them. When we want to watch we Netflix or we series and do we thing, when you really check it, sometimes we need to do our thing instead of a meeting. Now. Whether it's a little Ludo, a little cards, a little something where you could have that family time now. Now where you could start to reason.
Right.
And they could see your mannerisms, how you just operate.
Right.
And the last thing is do what you saying. So I think we parents used to do regular long time, you know, they tell you don't do this, but then you used to see them doing it.
Right.
While they're smoking, they say don't smoke. You know?
Right, right.
So we have to kind of live by the what
As
we trying
David
to
said
tell
earlier,
them now, yeah.
live by the example. Be
Yeah.
that example.
And
Yeah,
that
sometimes
worked for me.
your Netflix and chill time,
Yeah.
your pull time, just cut in. According to how much churn you have.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because even if you have a little 1-2 churn, you could wait until they go in the bed, boy. You know what I mean? Before you rest with your wife.
But before you entertain
Give
them
them
vibes
that
and,
time,
yeah.
give them that
You
time.
know that we all guilty of that too.
and that's the accountability you are talking
the
about.
parent now want to air down from the day I work
Yeah.
and come home now and immediately you want to pull if you smoke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because this podcast, this energy we sign out here is to teach too, you know. We trying to heal the nation.
Definitely.
Right? Most
At the
definitely.
end of the day, this is a good reasoning.
Yes,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? So we all face that. So
Yeah.
sometimes you have to think and say, you know, we see them fellow brothers talk about this, you know.
Yeah.
I'm hold back and just enjoy the time with the youths and them while the sun up. We I could do our homework with them.
Yeah.
We I could show this one
Look up.
a little attention because the other day she mumble and say, he's a buffing me. Hey, take them things serious. And address that one that day and say, boy, sometimes you make a joke and say
Yeah.
you know, you like to say I don't think with you, don't make me buff, yeah?
Yeah.
Sometimes make them joke with my children and say, all right, you ain't getting buff.
Because you feel you favored.
For a while, right? Because you playing, you saying you only get ball. Let me see how long you will last.
Yeah.
And it's a game, but all that is part of growing up.
Definitely.
Part of the parent,
Teaching
the
and-
process, right?
Yeah. Teach them to be little leaders in the whole camp. When you have plenty children,
Yeah.
all these things, cause we sending them out there in the world and
Yeah.
they lost.
They need to be prepared.
Yeah. So we
Yeah.
have to, as you say, give them that time and
And
do activities with them.
too much and let go up too much on the tablet and all these kind of things
Yeah.
and thing. Because another thing I people in the other day, right? And this might be a little, but it's still in the 20 topic, but a lot of youths now, David, speaking, hey mama and dad, what's up?
American.
No, listen what I'm saying, right?
Guilty.
Listen what I'm saying, right? No.
A long time it was English, you know, because you know we
No,
colonized.
it ain't nothing. The language or the dialect, it's the least of the problems. I only start there because that is where you usually they see the first blossom, right?
Right.
Then they start to emulate the speech, right? Then they start to emulate the mannerisms, and in the scope of visual learning that they have now, they kind of teaching the youths to be disrespectful to the parents.
Yeah.
Peppa Pig telling Peppa Pig telling she father and she mother, "Mommy, are you stupid?"
Yeah.
And
hanging up on people.
no,
and things.
Yeah.
as
I
I
get you, I
say,
get you.
this is a more general statement. This mightn't pertain to three of us individually here. But I just mean more in a more generalized sense. You know that kind of way?
The point is you have to be careful with
You
that
have to-
thing on them because
Yeah, you have to be real mindful because especially living in a time where we living
they they sneak in a little thing like
Yes.
in such a confused world.
like Sesame Street. You know how it was like 2 years ago because it changed now, but
Right.
2 years ago it was like you put on a 2 hour of Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Now. As they get up, you get who the butler, tea, whatever, and you go on in the kitchen now and you pull your phone and you go on YouTube now and you watching your thing while you cooking breakfast or whatever, and he now watching that Sesame Street,
Street.
and then boom, the guy in the dress will
Yeah.
come
Right.
on.
Come in.
All my son and my daughters, all of them used to come. Each one come and Daddy, change. Boys don't wear dress. Daddy.
Yeah.
Natural. Like I tell one and the whole message come down in the whole thing.
Right. It come down in the jeans.
Natural. But then now, right now, the generation, the young are training whole generation right now. What's going on? This now batch here, they hooked on the shorts.
Yeah.
You see the shorts? See
the
when you take and you're cooking that pot
Yeah.
and you really listen, some of them just repeat one over and over. With that get them in the zone, they repeat. But it's because hey, we watching the wait because shorts while shorts will end up
So I do play with you.
you're watching a little trend thing and then shorts end up is a girl twerking.
Twerking and them kind of thing.
Hey, how that shorts.
Quite poor
So,
now.
but have no fear if it evolve from that 3 hours one to the shorts. Where it gonna go now is back to reality, and we have to be ready for that.
Right.
With the batch after them, going on want to be in the real world now, because
Right.
that is you don't already know that.
Right.
Yeah, we shocked that. Hey, I'm sure born and they know about computer, and we shocked about that,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
all the batch are coming after when nobody batch we know about computer. Them going and be like shorts,
Yeah.
fly kite.
Think about this.
Drive car, start car.
Think about this,
Build.
brothers.
You have to be ready for them.
Think about this, right? Any child who born 2005 forward will never know a world without AI.
Okay. AI, you saying?
AI.
Not even cellular.
Nah. That's how far gone, Bedrin.
I come from that generation.
We come from
Yeah.
pay phone.
No,
Phone
phone,
booth.
Yeah.
That
We was
phone,
right before.
Rotary phone.
rotary phone,
Yeah, we was
Bedrin.
right before.
We come from rotary phone, right?
With lock on
We
it
see the
sometimes.
transition.
Come on.
Yeah.
Cord.
Cutting flow line to pick up a signal
No.
and
Making antenna.
making an, well, right.
Fan.
Somebody on top of the
foil.
room and the roof and the axle there. Right there?
And you're picking
There.
up. You're picking
There.
up. You're picking up Showtime, Stars,
God, you know what-
Cinemax, and Blues. All hours of the morning and
yeah.
thing. And horse racing.
Yeah.
Because it's the horse racing, man.
Satellite.
Yes.
We're bringing it
You're
in, yeah?
correct.
I try to explain that to men on other podcasts, man. Like,
They
what you
get
talking-
it.
Say, bro, it really had that.
My father used to work Tech. So my father had a Tech, had a home my way in terms of getting around and doing certain
Right.
things, right? So he never feel away with sending me up on the roof. Right? So I remember as a youth man.
Yeah. Them
being up on the road.
Telco.
You know what I mean, you know?
Telco ladder. Plastic.
The fiberglass, the hard
Yeah,
one with the rungs and
know it,
things.
know it,
You know what I mean? And I asked my father, Daddy, there? And he tell him, no, go so.
To pick up foreign channel.
To pick up them foreign channel and pick up them
You
things.
don't know about that, boy.
Now we living in a time, Bedrin, that you could just pick up a device.
And call
Any
Green Dot.
device in your
Hello, Green Dot. I was about speed here.
Yeah.
The thing ain't operating fast enough. Digicel were going on. You know what I mean? So we reaching that kind of evolution. But we know it from that time. But any youth born from 2025 forward will never know our world because, Gaddy, in 25 years of AI, we will be so forward that that rotary phone will we now talk about could come like some angelic piece of device
Yeah.
that was so profound and so
Yeah. There's make that joke in the movies.
Because
too.
And then it upgraded to the digital one.
digital the number one. And I remember going in the shop house with my little $10
I,
and buying quarters to go buy the phone booth to call a little bird.
I tell my son and them how I take off my first computer on terms from courts, boy. Them laughing. I say I used to take that with the tower and the mouse and the two tweeter and the main speaker
Yeah.
and rock parties with that, boy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
played in parties,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
With that, and I paying courts for that. Them watching me like, what? All that? Say yes, boy.
Them
And
days.
I up to the time.
Yeah.
I ain't telling
Yeah.
about before Maxi stand days,
Yeah.
traveling, no cell phone.
Cassette,
Yeah,
4590s.
yeah.
I can remember
Fixing cassette.
my first introduction to 9 Miles was on the Jags malls.
Yeah, in the drag, he had a boot in the drag.
He had a boot in the
had a
Jag.
boot in the drag.
We used to sell cassette, Bedrin. And in the Jag had a place where you used to go on a Friday and
US
and
one upstairs,
US one
the
and,
bar, yeah.
and pull. Up there was a kind of free zone. Like when he wants you up there
So
and
we
it,
illegal, them.
yeah, illegal, eh? Because a policeman won't the bar, but it still stand the chance again, boss. But you hope for the best. But that is the spot in town. So them days they work in construction.
That
and them-
original drag before the
yeah,
drag
they
burned
down
Yeah.
on them days.
You know, son.
They were there, eh, boy?
Yeah, we have to
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
them things, you know,
Pioneer.
history.
Yes, I boy. Before the days when the original Jag.
And I was just going to school in town, and I had friends who had family on St. Paul Street, the Jack family. So that was my introduction from the east to town. So I
Right.
get to know Frederick Street on a Friday is the time when school train linemen,
Yeah.
pizza and thing, and
Yeah.
and well I get to know the various maxi stands, and that's how I start to know town. Cause with all this bacchanal going on now, the first time I know town before even fresh on them,
Yeah.
was St. Paul before they build them buildings and them. That are down street up Rose
Simple
Hill
shit was the
and
swing in them
I used to
days.
go
Yeah.
down there by Papa Jack and them. And you know, I say,
Yeah.
wow, Tom, Nelson Street,
Yeah.
Windy Jag.
Days of the love.
Yeah, thing.
man.
And then as I get older with the music, then when I meet up fresh and them, and it was still love because that was the time when everybody connect up now. And I see it, man, who I don't even know because that early time, what we talking about, there was when I was going to school.
Yeah.
So I ain't know no bad man and things
Yeah,
like
you ain't
that.
really on that kind of
Yeah,
energy.
you know what? When I come back as a singer now, and I realize, hey, them same places and them, the man them who I did know from St. Paul Day.
Showing you that same
they big now,
even
boy.
more love and the luck
And
and,
they remember me,
certain
and you know,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
an artist now, and you know, and it was just love, and we was good, and then it just evolved into this bacchanal social media, you know what I mean, kind of
I remember
corrupt it, you know.
I remember because of that same drag thing, right? Because if you only remember back in them days, if you're going to a party, a event, anything, the first place you're going to, especially a tongue man, especially a tongue and environs man, then. If you're going somewhere, a big event, a concert, them the spectrum and thing, keeping concert and them kind of thing, right? It's first place they're looking to touch is the drags on Frederick Street. Because they had the more urban at them time then. Because them time was big clothes and it was no tight clothes and them thing. Spray paint jersey and them kind of certain thing.
Kenchi.
Track Kenchi shirt and track suit. Not the track suit we know now. Like why have plastic material, the parachute material, patch,
Levi's.
you know them kind of like Lee and all them thing. So when you want a little kid, you go on the jag and them kind of thing, right? And
just for the name too, you know, it's important.
Because it's the
I buy that clocks from the jag.
yeah, my clocks come from the
That
jag.
name.
Yeah.
Tell them, yeah.
And I can remember because of that now, a day I coming up Charlotte Street. I live in Pity Valley. And I coming up Charlotte Street to go up by the taxi, the Maxi stand. Them time the Maxi stand on
Duke.
On Duke and Charlotte Street.
Yeah, Yellow Band.
Yellow Band
Yeah,
Maxi,
yeah.
right? I coming up the Charlotte to go up there. And two youth men, one was sit down on like in the little gap where stores be, like the little step to go up on a store. One stand up, sit down there, and the next one stand up. And I coming up Charlotte Street, and when I reach up, now as a man, me ain't gonna lie, since I can't say from birth, because I don't know myself from birth, but I feel like since I know myself, I always had a gift of foresight. Like my spirit is always get made before it reached them. So like I coming up the street and just seeing them, and no trouble was coming. You see it? But it have a distance between me and them. But I no coward at the same time. So I ain't go turn around to run because I'm a destination anyway. What I go do? I go turn around and go back down because
next thing is not that.
Next thing is not that. Right? So when I reach up now and I pass them now, one of the youth man get up, my spirit, all my paws raised, all kind of thing one time. You think on him, hey, you stop there. So I kind of turn around because your back time, man, is even more, and I kind of risky. I rather turn around and watch you and catch a flex and try to bust out or then I'm back to you. Next thing is something, you know.
And them days is not the gun, man.
There's not the gun, man. It's stab and thing you have to look for and them things. David the gate, boy, brother, boy. David the gate,
I doubt that man was going to pull a drink.
I don't know.
And beat you down.
Nah.
And then take your chain.
Them ain't no gun, man.
Because you might have cough it out.
You know that kind of way?
Then it's a stack bottle.
And
bust you and take your chain.
When I turn
you
around now,
choke
boy.
and you live. Not now.
When I turn around now, boy, right? And face the two men. The first thing come out, the more kind of taller one mouth. Douglas, that you, boy? Yeah, my so trying not to watch the person in the face that meaning me.
He more nervous than you on your breathing.
No, yeah, what go on? He like me on the drugs. But then there's I work in a little construction, which part the new police headquarters is there where they did bomb up, we back and them did bomb up and thing. Them time me Sasha, all of them working on that project there. You understand that kind of way? And Cause I going on the jag so frequently on a Friday. He know me so
Remember,
sometimes
yeah.
when I go to buy weed and thing, he ride there and he say, boy, you ask buy a little 5-piece seminar, boy. But them time you work in a little construction and nothing to buy a 5-piece man legend. And is that within the mix that save me on that scene, boy? I just tied back in how important the jag was to the culture and to the whole vibes back in them days now, boy. That even saved me from getting take then. When I shall
Yeah,
shit.
we all face it, Tom.
Yeah.
And no play, you know.
Yeah, tongue look.
It's in
Yeah.
the blood long, they different.
Yeah.
I told him, I will come up in the area and move different, live different. You know what I mean? They just can't help it. I go through them same thing in town, what I mean? Same up on that road still.
Yeah.
Men greeting you with gun in their waist, boy, long time. And
Yeah.
just intimidating you now, boy. You know, they ain't really mean nothing now, boy. Who's you, boy?
Yeah.
See that who's you,
Yeah.
boy?
Who is
Yeah.
you?
You see that who's you, boy?
Yeah, that could weaken you if you're good.
Tama, at that point, son. Gather yourself.
God, yourself one time.
Yeah.
What you mean, who is me, boy? Yeah, I so and so, boy. I come to check so
You
and
can
so.
say
and-
boy once, and that's
Yeah.
it. Don't say boy twice. Like, get up. But it had to be like, boy, is a man come here to Daddy Joe, boy, I know Daddy Joe from
Yeah,
born here
yeah.
by me, my
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
And that was it for me there.
Yeah.
Boy, this youth man who just sing, he's talk about you, boy, go mouth.
Right.
And now it was for me. After that, I know them first for the rest of my life.
But even in them days, at a certain level of consideration. Because, one, an artist used to get passed for sure. One says a man was a singer and had that kind of talent, and them days was consciousness. It
Yeah,
did not too
Rasta
much.
man was well
It did not too
respected.
much
Hey,
other
yo.
thing.
I was no Ras then.
Nobody,
Yo, I was now coming out of the Goldmouth stage
right?
at them type of time.
So what kind of artist Goldmouth was?
boy, remember I was dancing too.
Right.
So I coming out of dancing,
Right.
in American fashion.
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So I looking like food in tongue.
Yeah.
With the still Douglas youth come from. T little flats.
Looking clean.
Skinny.
Yeah. Food. Easy food.
Feel I didn't know.
Right.
I always aware. I know how I look
Yeah.
in dog.
Yeah.
And I know, and then Jah make me go Trinity College, you know.
Yeah.
And all my brethren go Mount Hope, Firebuzz, you know. And I come and get college, so it come like, I see, you know, them uptown you just do it too. No, all Trinity College men had it made, although it make it look so.
Right.
But
Right.
it's
But
a
you
different education system.
come on, it come like
To
Fatty
them
Boy,
own.
come like them other schools
yeah,
in them
for
time.
sure.
Yeah.
And they will never get to know about my own, but I know about them own because
Yes,
I traveling up on the evening, I coming up the road in Maxi, we getting overloaded girls from Mount Hope, from around West, and this stuff also. QRP pick up our next batch, I come my brother conducting Maxi,
Right.
Then each 5 person, them over 5
Them they are
o'clock.
conductor is one of the biggest profession in Trinidad next.
You sit down on the hot seat on
Government.
that engine as a youth man.
Yeah.
You know, you might still get a little girl to
I
sit down on your
mean-
lap, your brother conducting.
I mean,
And music blasting.
staying all them fellas
Yeah,
at them.
main road there, no bus shoot. Main road,
Yeah.
traffic. You know what I mean? And you know, it was good times.
Good days, yeah.
Yeah, that was really a different timing too, you know, when I really think about it, eh? And we can't hope for them timing because everything, as I say, is an evolution. Everything had to go forward. But it could be such a marvelous and great thing if this generation could tap into what was good, what was good in our times
Yeah.
and hold on to it. Because they will look at your age. Forget that is an artist. Well, look at your age and you could still go anywhere in Trinidad naturally. Because you have no cocoa in the sun. If you want to put it that way.
Yeah.
You have no enemy out there. Even though might have some communities, you mightn't go because you know the thing a little too hot and not really tapping into what you have. It's not that you're afraid it.
You have to be wise.
You just that you're being wise.
Yeah.
You see it?
Plus, on top of having no cocoa in the sun, because no man is perfect, so
Seen.
let me put it like this: a small my cocoa.
Oh, I mean.
small.
Yeah.
You try to keep.
We have one or two
Just
seeds
try to
out there
keep
still.
your back,
Yeah, we
yeah,
have one or two
down.
little seeds we had ourselves.
You're real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You will flaw as a human. You will be flawed now. You keep that minimum, and you live your life because
So
I don't know, I bless. I don't like to boast about it, but
Nah,
really and truly, the people, sometimes, even if I think about it, the people, if they find a look in a kind of way, like, one thing you, David, but you know, and I just try to tell them all how, we you know the crime, and they don't want to hear that from me now, but like, you gotta be crazy. You mad to think so, boy. Not here, boy. And you know, when I see things going on in the country, Israel with man thing, I just feel like I privileged sometimes now, boy.
yeah, to come.
I was now there, boy.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
was,
To come from a time where it was such a love to see it how it is now.
but look all me and Gola, all when that thing happened with one thing in front of the station, of course, the state of emergency.
Right.
I take a Sabbath from phone and thing for the Christmas and thing.
Right.
You know, and I purge myself and I was just enjoying the time and
The family and the everything.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I find myself, I go down in town in a certain area.
Right.
And a children's Christmas party, I won't call it. And
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I deal with the boss, and the boss receiving so much love from the people, boy. A woman walk up to him, she say, hey, pray for this man, you know.
Yeah.
She don't even know me, you know.
Yeah.
Pray for this man, you know.
Yeah.
This man don't even know what he's do for me, boy. Tears in the old woman eyes.
Right.
And when she go on, I say, Dan, where's that boy? I say, this is history, that woman testified it. It's not like you're showing off.
Nah, but without knowing,
as an outsider, I was just like, wow.
even without knowing who you talking about, I would just like to send enough phrases onto that man still, because a community leader in the true essence of what that word means
in the truth.
is a very great thing, you know, Bedrin.
Watch me.
It's a
when
great
the man
thing, you know.
explained to me, I say, so, what she talking about, boy?
Yeah.
Because I the level I have with brothers.
With brothers out there,
If
yeah.
you don't see me and he boss and he lead thing out there, is no, yeah, me and the man really there's reason.
Scene. Yeah.
For kings, for poor, anybody, I say,
same way.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man.
Yes,
I
sir.
like, yo, what granny talk about it, boy? And boy, king, I can't self remember, but I think she light bill was going to get cut, and I sent her money for she, and for Christmas Day, I sent her a box of groceries for she, and I say, yeah, thing like that. But I said, I say, I wish I could have do that for people, boy. And for real, yeah. Yeah, she gone, she light bill that thing, you know. David, you know, like you see it. Now the government, the media, nobody wouldn't tell you them thing. And
Nah.
that is what. So why lie there now? A man come and say, well, where's the scene, King? What you doing here? Now it's a children's party, yeah? Hundreds of children, enjoying themselves for a magician. Say, what I mean? So you know what's going on? No? I said, no, boy, I offline, you know. Yeah, boy, you know, they try so and so. I said, for real? Yeah, that boy, what you doing here? I said, but think, boom, me and he leave from there and going in our next hotspot. The next hotspot now is our reggae vibes. They're just trying to keep peace and love now. While we there, you know, they kill the 5 in Prisga. While we there, and I don't know that,
The same place you now was?
No, the place
Right.
I now leave.
Right.
I ain't run, but
Yeah.
I leave there knowing
Yeah, of
that
course.
boy. I was now in a zone there where anything could have
Yeah.
off and me
Yeah.
self no.
Yeah.
But the vibes were so positive and so loving that I didn't even business now, boy.
Oh,
so
when-
I get so more strong that I say, when I leave here, I'll go in the next hot zone
Right.
and do what yourself I had
But
to do for the night. Because
the
I
fa-
just leave home with our good vibes.
The 5 where you mentioned just now was
Get
the
killed
5
in that
that
next
lost
zone.
their life in his zone the other
may
day.
they rest in peace.
May they rest in peace to each
Yeah.
and everyone, and condolences to the family. Same way,
because
yeah.
I come to spread our good vibes and
Yes,
I didn't
sir.
go there to sing, you know.
Yeah.
I went in that zone to just watch my brethren reggae Sunday, you know. Just tell me, boy, I do not reggae Sunday thing. After
Yeah.
I leave here, I in the hood.
Yeah.
I say, I mean, go across, I mean, I safe, park my vehicle and drink a 2-star and
Yeah,
smoke a herb and just enjoy the music. And
Yeah.
then I start to study, you know. Why do just sing for the people, boy?
Yeah.
What,
You done here already.
What it is?
Yeah, you done here
the
already,
artists
yeah.
and them,
Yeah.
you know, feeling to sing.
For real.
Yeah, you flash.
Yeah.
And I mash
I
up
know
the
you're
place.
always ready to.
Yeah, full cock, ready. Full
No.
clip. You know when I reach up the road and I hear while I was there, that go on the hurt me now, boy.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, it's like I can't spread out myself thin enough now, boy.
Yeah.
To just give people that,
That
give the
t-
devil that disappointment now.
Yeah.
Not here
Yeah,
tonight now,
because
boy.
sometimes it's just a presence alone might be the deterring factor. You
know
know?
you mean, man?
You see it? And no, let me show you something. I think most people don't know me, don't might know about me is the fact that Lion's Den was birthed out of the love for the literal culture. Like I was a fan before anything else. You see it? The reason why I could, because let me just put it this way, right? Now I might go to an event and an event might have 15 artists. Now each artist performing to 5 to 8 minutes, sometime 10 to 15, based on how much airtime they have or performance time they have from the, right? And because of that now, because of the fact that they have that amount of time, each artist doing the 50, let me say the 10 to 15 minutes each artist do. And there are 15 artists for the event.
Yeah.
I have to stand up there the equivalent at that time.
Yeah. Come early and leave.
I have to be there. So when the artist, let me say when the artist done do he 15 minutes and he come off the set and he go on and he could drink a water and he relaxing.
Yeah.
I still have to be there for the next one coming up on the stage. I still have to be there for the host and whoever introducing the artist to be able to make the edit make sense, right? So basically it come like I might do 3 hours, I might do 4 hours and a half. Yeah. I might do 4 hours and a half and thing, right? So David, one of the things I as a man admire in terms of, because I just always like to give a man the flowers while he alive, save me. You see it? And if it's one thing as a man observe over the years, you always stay steadfast. And you didn't just be a good artist, be a good person, you know? You encompass what it means to be a king now, boy.
Yeah.
Which rightfully setting in the name King David. You know, it come like they say names hold power,
Yeah.
right? And the name that we attach ourselves to is the power that we attach ourselves to. See me, you see it? And I always admire how you as a man had family, how you had the lyrical content, the message, how you
Staying relevant.
and also hold fast the spiritual aspect of it, right? And I know as a man is function under the Ethiopian Orthodox, which is one of the oldest forms of, dare I say, Christianity, or precepts of Christianity, because Christianity in itself means the fellowship of Christ, to follow Christ.
Yeah.
So, no matter what a person might deem Christianity to be, as long as you believe in the Son of God,
Yeah.
Yeshua, however you want to call it, right? You would see the relevance in what I'm saying then. You understand? That fellowship of Christ is what the basis of Christianity lie in, right? And as a man, we attach himself to the Ethiopian Orthodox, where I personally know that Emperor Selassie was called the defender of the faith.
Yeah.
Now, this is a conversation most people doesn't want to have, and I don't want to take it to take it there yet. I just want let me just slow down a little bit, you know. I am a little bit, God, you know, let's do it, you know. Right, let me slow down a little bit, right? So before we go there, I want you to tell me and the people the appeal of the Ethiopian Orthodox that stand out to you. Because we have the Ethiopian Orthodox, we have the
12 Tribe of Israel.
we have the Bobo Shanti,
Bobo,
we have the
Biggie.
right.
Yeah.
So we had the different factions. We will come under the banner, the all mansions.
Yeah.
You understand? So why that particular stand out to you?
Well, to understand that, you have to understand each other or reach there.
Seeing.
You know, and at first I was heavily impacted by Garnet Silk, Sizzla, Bob Marley, that whole philosophy, the reggae music,
Yeah.
and I went Trinity, so it's obvious I know how to research and I studying my thing as I grow.
Yeah.
And Rastafari, you know, that's where the seed was planted now. Listening to them fellas' music and thing. And along the way, whilst you're searching for Rastafari, you will encounter the 4 different sects of Rastafari. So, I know Real Bingy man too.
Yes, I.
Good. I know Real Bobo. Went up off Trace thing. Tuna Puna. Different Bobo Hill. Kichi. You know. 12 Tribe. Well, that was my first close experience with Rastafari.
Yes, I.
Because I around Bobo and Bingy through party and little trods with brethren, other brethren who seeking Rastafari thing, you know. But 12 Tribe was a deep dive for me now. Because of Tafari and Hezekiah mother. And grandmother and aunts and uncle and, you know.
Yeah.
Whole family, 12 Tribe of Israel. You know, fully.
Mm-hmm.
So I come into a family who enhance my little seeking and knowledge too.
Israel beg up all yourself one time. How you mean, man?
Yeah, man. A lot of good people in Israel.
Yeah, I said 12 tribe of Israel myself. Yeah.
That was our next.
Yeah.
I was never really a member, but I adapted the whole philosophy to at that point in time.
Yeah.
You know, I recognize from the tribe of Joseph. Color is white.
Yeah.
I know the whole scene. The whole
Not cutting across here, but I just always tell people that I was 12 tribe before I even get my dues card. Because I grew up in a house and my mother and them function under that vibes and my
Right.
father and them. So 12 tribe of Israel was literally, because I grew up with a Rasta father. And
As
I
they
grew up
say,
with a mother was a Rasta woman.
It's a peculiar treasure.
Yeah.
And that is a weird way of life to the normal
Yes, sir.
living in Trinidad.
Yes, I.
We grew up
Yes,
with
I.
Christian or Hindu
Yeah.
or Muslim.
Yeah.
It has some people, and that and all what I was exposed to when I
Right.
beat the fire and my mother. I was like, wow, a Rasta family. You know? I like Rastafari. I'm telling you, look what I end up with. Rasta, the real thing. Living in the HQ and all them kind of things. Tafari, I ain't come under no simple powers, you know what I mean? Yeah, the brother named Hezekiah.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, that's my middle name, you know.
Yeah, them be yeah,
That's
understand.
my middle name, Hezekiah is my middle name.
You
Yeah.
talk that with them.
Yeah.
Them know about that.
Yeah.
Bible, chapter a day and all kind
And
of thing. You know?
like for myself, right, Gary, like even at my age, I never consume a piece of pork in my life.
Yeah.
Because my father was a Rasta man and my mother was allergic to it. So in we house, we never grow up eating that. No Christmas, no nothing. It's only when we start to reach big man and thing and you understand the doctrine, you understand the health and these kind of things, you make a more informed decision just to stay away from it on the whole.
Yeah.
You know that kind of way? But basically growing up, I can remember a time, me, my brother, and my mother going to line by some family in Cameron Road in Bitty Valley. And the woman make ham and hops, you remember? Homemade hops
That's
was the thing in them days, right?
chow.
No, my brother, he ain't really, me know if he think, you know, me know if he seen in them time. But my brother, like he must take a ham and hops and eat. Now I being small, No, my version of the story could be a little warped because I was small, because I small, I telling you about, but I remember it. Like it stick with me in my mind now. And my brother like he eat a ham and hops on the scene, boy. And when my mother...
Went over and tell.
No, when my mother peeped that scene, because my mother there. So when my mother realized what go on now, my mother pull he at the side of the house, but remember I smaller than he in them days. So wherever mommy go, I must be following. So I end up privy to the scene. And my mother deal with you real dread. Me no boy, you come from Rastafari and dice. I think we don't eat and don't ever do that in their life again. I feel like me standing up there as a little small man watching my mother in a rock in the midst of a happy season.
No harm.
No harm. No harm for life, David. Chava. Yeah, that's how you need to speak to somebody about a harm now.
Let Rufus live. Therapy.
Pigtail and corn and thing. Nah, you don't know about Nah, you know, I can't wait.
Back to the tribe. So, with that experience with 12 tribe and, you know, I got 3 days. I got the 3 arms dinner and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I going through my life, you know, singing. All the knowledge I have, I join from the little Bible now and again. You know, normal, my heart clean. And I feel I really know everything now, boy. You understand? But I just be watching the Orthodox, but from far now. I just find it so pious now, boy, and this kind of churchy Jesus thing. I ain't not on that. You know, some of them Rasta tell me born Jesus, so me really want to hear about that. Mary and I deal with them thing. So I just say, I live my life and start to go through all kind of ups and downs and raggy road and just find spiritually I ain't going nowhere now. But I reach real terrible amongst all the musical success and the name and all kind of thing. Come to a point where I was real pain now, boy. Individually.
Yes, I.
And when it all come crashing down, strange things just happen to really give a rock to grab onto now.
Just step forward and show you how powerful he is. Much he love you still.
Start to play my mystical game here now.
Yeah.
He do so and send my empress in my life.
Yes, I.
Yeah. Shondell.
Big up the queen.
Yeah. And I meet she and I was like, yo, where you from? She like, right from up in the back of the Imbonia. So, but I never see you. Bear in mind, she 10 years younger than me. She said, but you is like my sister and brother, you know, I know you. I said, you was your brother? And she tell me, I shock. I said, but you always inside. I said, but it's a little girl to you. And all them years, you know. I said, all right, I do the maths. I said, but you're nice. I like how you speak, you're intelligent, and have a good day. Next time I see she asked for the number and we started talking thing. Now she come from a very spiritual home. You know, the parents and them Catholic and thing and, you know, full works. First communion. Yeah, the father in the church, heavy, mother, they don't miss it. They serve, you know, they went Rome, they went Vatican, holiday, you know what I'm saying? Real part of the committees, everything. It's not no normal people with it. So she was like, well, since daddy and mommy know we kind of seeing each other, we dating. Now remember, he's a big old hardback man who done boss as King David and teacher. I done fully fail in life and it's just like, hey, boy. Hey. I had to do all this, boy. I really like this girl, you know, boy. She making sense, you know, something feeling all them who's on them.
Because you just connect to somebody.
All them who's on them now, boy. I kind of mad with she too now, boy. Like,
where you come from with that kind of energy?
You know,
Why you?
Come on. But I'm enjoying it. So, I'm listening to God now, boy. And she hit me that praise, boy, but well. To really and truly get in with my mother and them and my father.
Yeah, that come true here.
You had to show some kind of going to church kind of spiritual vibes because them know every Sunday we just go to church or Saturday, whatever, we whole life. And you come now and you, if you want them to give me to you,
that blessings.
You have to hand it over into that house where it's spiritual. And even though we reach nowhere yet. But you tell me how your mother and father are married, David. And you will always aspire to do that. And I come from that home So if you're serious, you need to hear him out.
Yeah.
Small, he telling me that, you know. I mean, boss, is this where you come out, boy? Why, you're making sense, you know. And I really going through a patch here. I'm willing to try anything here now, boy. Oh, God, boy.
Yeah, because
And, bro, it's just, you know, see how God, boy, everything start to work out where we decide, well, all right. I say, girl, it's Rasta. But I can't be no bingy. I like my salt and thing now. I eat my
yeah.
You know, no part of them thing,
How
eh?
you mean, man?
This
How
is
you
the
mean,
make all
man?
the Rastas, so you don't vex with me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Kush on the couch, so
Yeah,
don't
I
vex.
mean, we being real. How you
You
mean, man?
Yeah.
We reason and we all
Eyes
have
me.
Yeah.
Me, I don't
Yeah.
represent no section.
I
Not
just
even-
always say that too.
Not even Orthodox I represent. I represent me.
Yeah.
So, boy, I say, Bobo, I just don't get a headache if I put on bandana or a hat too tight. I like the Lego my dread, boy.
Yeah,
I
so
like
too.
that flashy style.
Yeah.
The girls like the dread now, boy.
Yeah.
Bobo look royal, eh? They neat, eh, boy. And I could really, you know, chant on the whole line, totally line up in the robe and turban, but boy,
Yeah. I know that.
can't
kind
take
of
it off, boy.
Yeah, the girls like the yellow outside. I don't even let me call it what it is.
Come
The
on.
girls like
And I
to see the
don't-
locks.
and I don't want to backslide.
Right.
If I ain't anything, if I bingy,
Yeah.
I don't want to eat no so I don't want to practice certain things.
Right.
I want to beat my drum in the bingy. I want to know my whole hymns and thing. I'm no my liberty. If it's Bobo,
Yeah.
I would no backsliding, no Friday, Sabbath I outside drinking, no Guinness.
Yeah.
I say what certain Bobo like.
Yeah.
I'm not judge here, but if I doing that, I ain't playing it like that, boy.
No, but Jah receive the man who keep it real.
Yeah.
The man who, Jah receive the man will be he real himself. Quicker than the man who pretends among he peers, you know.
Well, 12 tribe.
You could pretend how much you
Tell
want
Jah,
around
go,
man,
go.
but Jah see in here, you know. Jah.
Just see it, yeah.
Now, let me tell you something, David,
Before I
right?
reach your 12 tribe, let me let you go.
Right? No, I telling you that 12 I remember, right? No, when I was a youth man and thing, and I first go into 12 tribe, them days when I go into 12 tribe, I need to know me and thing. And the first thing I ever to know, that is years before I become a 12 tribe member, I talking about youth man days, locks, snowboarding, them time I have on them little crochet crown, where they used to make with the eyes gold and green on top and thing, but locks forming and that because we Douglas. So we ras and just sprigging out overnight and them kind of thing. Nah, you have to nurture that horse. You see it? My dread what I have is my first dread I ever grow.
True, see?
Me never cut and grow back, and the dread I have is the dread I grow over almost.
But there is the little
21, 31 years ago.
Them three, there is the little meat and thing.
Right.
But not, a little percent, not no big thing. But and boy, the session, drink the little Guinness. You will go with me now, boy. I start to say, boy.
That is the same thing.
12 tribe.
Yeah,
Will
that is the same
lead
thing with
me
me.
astray.
Yeah, the
boy,
first time I
get
went-
too comfortable.
Yeah, the first time I went to
It's a
that
little
was the
too
first thought
comfortable.
I get.
For me now.
That is what make me
Yeah.
bring up that. That was the first exact thought I
It's
get.
real, real gangster Rasta
Yeah.
in 12 tribe. Don't get that.
Yeah. Sure.
Man is man.
Yeah.
It has some alpha in 12 tribe. Me
Yeah.
never a A tribe. You understand? The alpha tribe?
Yeah.
In the woman and them and all. 12 tribes. So.
Majority of them is
Boy.
Benji. You see that house have Benji
Oh,
there, bro.
God, true that. They like they go to the tribe, eh?
You see then body that
Nah,
wolf
you know.
now Benji and body that wolf down you know what I like.
I would like it too much. So
Yeah.
it didn't really was. I was like, I can't carry the people children down there.
Right.
Thing, I ain't gonna make it in them eyesight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she said, well, boy, closest thing I know, and my father is a man tell me about this church too, Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox. I said, yeah, it's the church right in Africa. I went there time, girl, I tried to smoke a hemp in the yard and I started real close on me. I said, yeah, meet my little done self. Yeah, she serious. She going into dates and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
She see that she there, you know.
What you mean, man?
Baby, it's not so deep. Tell me, well, boy, die the choice day. I like how them songing. Them songing close. You know, I said, alright. When we go in here now. They tell we baptism classes and kind of thing and getting to know the whole thing. Big long thing now, boy. I was like, what is that? You know them small church and them you're going, hey. You catch up on the inside.
Yeah.
Say, boy, thing. It's alright. I really want to lighten whole life too now. Things, I ain't go into details. Because certain things happen that I was really like, boy, if there's a choice here facing here, like there's a sign here that you have to take this choice here. There we go. And I start to go, but a fight, a real fight. Baptism classes, I bringing up all kind of mad thing. I will go to baptism class and come home my mother and them. I remember one night. We come home from baptism class in my mother gallery and start to cuss one time about what we went to church for, you know. Because the devil dangerous, you know. My vibes, my energy, arguing with my wife and she like, but what happened to you? Calm down. Calm yourself. My mother like, but what happened to you? I am taking, Mary, take. You see, man. And
Because you're unlearning.
yeah.
You're unlearning, David.
Yeah, it brings me to that point where I
remember you did learn one thing from before, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is basically that we're going with you unlearning.
I didn't know.
Right? You thought you didn't know. Yes, I.
Then I get answer after my rant and my rave.
Yeah.
And my behavior, I was taught now. I opened my heart to learn. I was taught, well, this is why we say this and this is why we are saying I ain't have no problem with that. I could work with that. And by the time baptism come around, I ready to dive in the water.
Yes, I.
We baptism now, where it go? We baptize together in the same water. You understand? And we didn't see each other for 3 days. We stay away from technology, from everything. We just in white. We buy all the clothes and thing. You know what I mean? And we stay in our room and we were fed. Certain times we pray. Thing. And it's from nothing to something, you know.
Yeah.
From me being nothing, knowing nothing about that and
What you mean, man?
to try, you know.
Yes,
3 months.
Yes, I.
I try and you know the baptism. Well, that was one day. Yeah, that the baptism now was just amazing. We have pictures and thing. And we dip together and we come out of the water. We didn't know. We really didn't know. We did, how long ago that was? 16 years? Huh? 2008. Yeah, so it was amazing. And after that, we just started planning everything together because we don't dip in the same water together.
Yes,
and we started functioning in the church now as a baptized member now. Before I used to go to church when it is not a popular day in church. When is a day when everybody go to a different parish for communion and all kind of different things. We go in a church when it's the least people to get the knowledge now and ask the question and don't feel pride and shame now. You know? And after you again to talk to the clergy because it's a crowd and you know?
Yeah.
And when I baptize now, we get with it. We get with the program, start to live it.
Yes.
And love it now. We ain't married and thing yet, you know?
Yeah.
Thing, Tafari, Hezi.
Yeah.
We join them.
Yeah.
Baptism classes, same way. They understand as young men what they're getting into because there's 12 tribe.
Yes, I.
You know, so to the 12 tribe, to all of the Rasta sect, it come like you're attaining another arm in Rastafari now when you're thing with Orthodox to 12 tribe, and it was nothing like, boy, he leaving that to come to that. It's like, yo, they had to sip from the spring where daddy spring from.
Yes, I.
Sip from, you know.
Yes, I.
This is something where daddy need for them to sip from, you know.
Yeah.
You can have wherever, but they must sip from this because this is where daddy reach.
Yes, I.
And daddy know that the well is not poison and the well is good.
Yeah.
And I would like my children to have this in the DNA. If anything should happen. It's great. And different mystical things happen along the journey, but we easy we decide, well, marriage next.
Yes, I. Yes,
marriage next, bro. We doing this.
And just to tap in a bit into my personal experience into the Ethiopian Orthodox is that one, it's already publicly known now that they retain one of the oldest versions of what we call the biblical text or the Bible. I don't want to use the word canonize too tightly, but I just using it so that everybody will grasp what I'm saying. The whole one of the oldest version of the
They
Bible,
have a whole,
right?
I see it on YouTube, a whole Bible with the paintings, everything.
Not only that, they have one of the oldest representations of what a true connected church supposed to be. I ain't talking about worldwide. I'm talking about in Africa itself, because they have churches carved out of the mountains and them kind of thing, right? And thirdly, I also know that the emperor was a devoted member
Orthodox.
and defender of the faith. Now,
With a mistake on he laid the stone in Trinidad.
yes,
Yes.
he lay a
When
stone in.
When he came to Trinidad,
The first
Eric
cornerstone.
Williams,
Yeah.
Eric Williams gave him the land at the Beatam where our cathedral is, the Holy Trinity Cathedral. The first place he stopped to pray was at my home church in Aruka, where it's called the Medami and Alem Church, and which is Savior of the World. And he stopped there, and it was like a carrot shed. It wasn't even a full big church. It was just a piece of land they have, and they put a little thing on it.
Yes,
and
I.
they pray,
But they represented Rastafari in them days.
No, Orthodox.
Orthodox,
Yeah,
not Rastafari.
It's a whole story how they get the Orthodox faith to come to Trinidad, because it was Christians, was Baptists and thing on the preachers on the corner who were around the time of Marcus Garvey and when His Majesty was Crown Emperor. I guess in that little piece of
Space and
news
time
that
day.
they get,
Yeah.
they heard about His Majesty and heard about Orthodoxy at the same time and heard Marcus Garvey prophecy at the same time and decided, okay, we fed up of the Christian, the Catholic and all these other churches. We want a black man church. And they started to send letters to the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, which is a whole story which I am not ordained to speak of. But from what I could tell you from my knowledge being a member, is that they sent letters towards Ethiopia and they sent back letters until the humans started to physically go and exchange a human. They sent a human.
Yes, I.
By a boat. All this time is boat, right?
Yeah.
And come with the word to Trinidad, and we started this Eastern Hemisphere. The first time Orthodoxy touched this piece of land here, South America to the side, is in Trinidad.
Yes, I.
You understand? That is why we are the headquarters of anything on this side of the world.
On this time of the
New
map.
York, Canada, Orthodox, Jamaica, all the Orthodox, Venezuela, Dominica, wherever.
We are the cornerstone, the king laid.
Aruka.
Yes,
right?
I. The cornerstone.
You understand? And that little history man should know. And with all that said and done, we had a baby before we get married.
See.
And his name was, well, my first son, Tafari, his baptism name. Everybody gets a baptism name.
Yeah.
You know? You come like your passport to Ethiopia, you get an Ethiopian name.
Yes, I.
And you get your documents to show there's an
Yes,
Ethiopian Orthodox.
Yes, I. You can name
So
it.
in any event, it mightn't be a visa, it might be some proof that you stick to their culture and you're a member of the church, the national church of Ethiopia, which is Orthodoxy. So it says a lot. And my name is Wolde Dawit, son of David. My wife's name is Fakerite Selassie, which is love of the Trinity. And Tafara is Elias. Hezi is Nathaniel. My third son, his name is Kidani Mariam, which means the covenant of Mary. But his birth name, his government name is Kidani. So now Tafari name is Elias in Orthodoxy, but his first name is Elijah and his second name is Tafari. A lot of people think it's just a stage name, but Tafari is his name.
It's an actual name.
Yeah.
Elijah is also my brother name as well.
Tafari is my son middle name.
You understand? So it's creator.
Yes, I.
So and then after that we have Naomi.
Yeah.
Naomi as well. Willete Mariam, daughter of Mary.
Daughter of Mary.
Yeah, and
yes,
Faith is Willete Hyman.
Yeah.
Daughter of Faith.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
So much. And then Menelik is Luke. We have a last boy, Menelik.
Yeah, it's Luke.
Menelik is Luke.
See.
But we have Lucas.
Yeah.
You know? St. Luke.
Yeah.
Now we had a baby in between which died, and the baby died at 7 days.
Rest of the
It's
angels.
David Jr.
Yes, I.
But he never get to baptize because boys baptize at 40 days
Yeah.
and girls baptize at 80 days.
Yes, I.
So he didn't get a name,
Rest in Zion.
you know. But what make it so big, when we heard the news that boy, we can't do the funeral in the church and thing.
I sorry, my brother. I sorry, my brother.
Yeah,
But as a man that's moved with the spirit and the most high, right? Same me, right?
yeah.
And how you're going forward from this day saying now on this podcast,
Yeah, man.
never say that he didn't get a name. Because the name you call him is the name you just call him in Zion.
Yeah.
That no other name for him. He done get a name, he maybe didn't get a life.
Well, I mean,
You
I
know,
mean to say he didn't baptize now.
I know, but I just want to deliver
David,
the
man.
way I get it in my spirit now, boy, better, boy.
And
You
he's
know that?
David, you're correct.
Yes, I. That name is where it's called in Zion. And
He's
now,
David
boy, you
the
know?
third, you know.
Yes, I.
But my
Yes, I.
father is David.
First.
And I is David the second.
Yes, I.
Junior.
Yes, I.
And
Yeah.
he's David. So you're correct.
Yeah. That's what.
I apologize.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he didn't get to baptize.
Mm.
And why I tie in that too, because that was the reason why we couldn't have no funeral in the church.
Yeah.
And how all the brethren and sisters who feel the
Clean.
pain with we
Yeah.
come in.
Go
and
through the struggle.
when you go through that and you hear your church tell you no,
Yeah.
watch now, you could if it's not me or if it's not orthodox, you could fly in a mental, emotional, childish rage and you had the right wife to trip you off too and family members. Thank God I didn't have that kind of people and that kind of energy.
John,
I
no.
watched them so I said, okay, why? Nobody wasn't baptized. I said no further. But don't worry. The Holy Spirit will work out everything. What you all doing? That is how calm Orthodoxy is. What you all doing? Well, we go in Belgroves and Burnham and thing, you know. Say, okay, we'll come. That was it, you know.
Yeah.
When you see we sit down in that place and start to smell that incense from church, frankincense and thing coming in.
Yeah.
7 members of the clergy in black. Come and sit down with my mother and father, everybody shocked. Wow.
Yeah.
All my family. Glory.
Yeah.
Say, wow. This is how to send home this baby boy. We couldn't do it in the church grounds. It was a certain spiritual. I don't even know what to call it. Not limitations.
Yes, I.
Because there's no limit to God.
Yes, I.
But
Oh,
certain things
certain tests.
set in a way where it had to be
Certain
upheld.
tests as we as physical have to go through.
Yeah, somebody
Because-
had to learn from that.
It easy.
You have to give thanks for that little newborn baby day in that period. Because look where you come and take him before he can get our first baptism, you know? So anybody trying to harm babies, that is a spiritual lesson for you. Know? Even the church take it serious. That baby they even need we church. That baby could just where they come and they hold a ceremony for him at that point, at that place.
Yes, I.
And that was more than what I could have asked for. I feel like it's the Emperor Sunday Berry Day. How it feel.
Yeah.
Not even a tear from me. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody else could cry, but me, I feel that strength.
I
in
didn't
that the
always
church. I never doubt them, and I don't doubt the church at all. I ask why I go Orthodoxy because
Yeah.
they play some roles in my life where,
There was most.
yeah, I never doubt them.
There was day in a kind of weakest and darkest time, man.
Even when the child passed, when I go to see Abba bring
Yeah.
out a scripture where King David lose a child.
We get your strength.
Same amount of time,
Yes, sir.
7 days. And David in the room crying and bawling and weeping and he wanted nothing to eat, he wanted nothing to,
Yeah.
and Abba have me reading this. He not reading this to me. He give me the Bible.
To read it.
And I come with about 4 bag of tears in my head, ready to bust out,
Yes, I.
to cry for my spiritual leader.
Say that.
Come to share weakness and hope that
And find
He will
strength.
give me back weakness.
And find
And we
strength.
will all share a circle of weakness.
Yes, I.
Forget about God and forget
Yes,
about
aye.
faith and forget how strong we tell people be when I
Yeah.
singing my song and them. Forget all that.
Yeah.
Your child is special, more special than any other child. You cry, no. He hand me the Bible and say, hey, David, hold it out. Read this. You know, he's Ethiopian, so he accent.
Yeah.
Read this for me, son. And I start to read that, boy. And realize halfway while I reading it, who is this?
This is me. This is me.
This is King David.
Yeah, this is me.
Lose our child and my
This
child
is me.
lived 7 days. And King David, same thing. And King David tell you how he get on bad. When he want nothing to eat.
Yeah.
And when the child dead, they frightened to come and tell him
Yes, I.
the child dead.
Yes, I.
So they come together. They say, why, King, the baby pass, you know. He said, the baby pass? Well, all right. Warm a bath for me. Give me some food. Give me some wine. They freeze, you know. He said,
Yeah.
well, you get moving. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah,
Yeah.
no, well, sir.
The
You have to
baby-
forgive we.
The baby passed.
Because when the baby thing, you was crying just yesterday, you know, the baby, we expect that you would have want to kill one of we,
Yeah.
with pain and grief.
Yeah.
He said, no. When the baby was sick and dying, that was time for me to be crying out to God.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now the baby dead.
baby.
There is nothing I could do.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
We have to
Yes,
accept
I.
that.
Yes, I.
When I leave there, what I could I do again? boy?
Yes, boy. What
How I could I feel
accept
again?
the works of the king.
Yeah.
Accept the reason of the king. And
Feel like I get boy, yes, yeah, baby.
eh,
Now while I doing that, they working on she too, you know. The woman stand up. That day was a Sunday. And about the Orthodox faith, Sunday is a day not for crying at all. It's for giving God praise. And when they see us, we walking in expecting everybody know, shoo, you know, the baby dead. The baby dead. We thinking that now.
yeah.
But we trying to be normal.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
We have to go to church.
Yes, I.
Watching she now, you know we churches. Women on the right, men on
Yes,
the
I.
left.
Yes, I.
So I thought, what she? I
know
I
she-
with Kidani,
Yeah, no, she weak. Yeah.
our brothers.
There's a time of weakness. Not
Yeah,
that she weak,
she
but
did.
she's a time of weakness. Yeah.
She didn't be at 9.
Yes.
She did with one girl in the women's section, and I was watching my wife. I know everybody talking as humans. we-
Yes, I.
When we done church and I going to get my speech from her, the older woman hold on to she started to cry and thing, and they say, no, wipe your eyes.
Yes, I.
Not here.
Yes, I.
Today is for God.
Yes, I.
Here now, I lose a child. And when I lose that child, you see them other two you see in there?
Yes, I.
Them come after.
Yes, I.
Give God thanks and next
Yes,
one. Me too.
yes, I.
You feel like I lose a child. And and give them the testimony.
Yes, I.
And say, girl, don't
Because we
worry.
trials become with testimonies,
Don't worry.
David.
But all we want you do, tomorrow,
Yes, I.
cry.
Yes, I.
But Tuesday,
Light
Wednesday,
out.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, you cry.
You see Sunday? Let's hold that strength. Give God thanks. I want your life will thing and boom, 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 boom. In no time, faith, you know.
Virgin, now I just always say that death will teach a person more than life could ever reveal unto them.
Boy, how they sing about that just get to me, boy. How they sing about them, they think they don't even know what they
Yes,
singing about,
I.
boy. Boy, I can't even see a stabbing. I get stabbed already and I can't even see that, boy.
Virgin,
I just fast forward them thing. You
No.
see me, in real life, I see a knife,
Yes,
I
I.
gone.
yes, I.
If I see a gun, I stand up. And I looked at where the gun pointing with a run. I see a knife, I gone.
You're gone.
I might go and leave my car and all. And come back for it because traumatized. You see, death is nothing to play with.
Yeah, nothing.
You see, to see a man come and tell you in front of your wife and your child, your son, nothing we could do,
Right.
that sentence, they know how that is feel. To make a mother feel so.
Right.
Boy, we can't save your son.
No. But
They know how to walk in a room with the child they dead. And you have to watch all your family members come in. And all of them have to get it out, and you have to be strong.
Now, David.
Everybody one by one. Now that's why I went through, and when I come out of that, I have to come outside now and call mommy, call this one, say, hey, come.
Yeah.
She breaking down, ting. When I catch myself, I asking myself, but how you do that, boy?
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, question God, boy.
Yeah.
You do this for a reason. It's not that I love Jojo less, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's his second name,
Yeah.
Joel.
Yeah.
David Joel Neve.
Yeah.
I name him after my virgin. And
Rest in peace,
this,
Zion,
yeah,
always.
man,
Amen.
yeah, man. And the strength I get it teach me everything you see now.
Yes, I.
Life is good because of that, boy.
You have to raise the most high for that statement.
That I tell my wife, I say I change after that.
Yes, I.
It's like I seeing things different because
Let me add this, right? Me personally, my experience with that has made me a much more compassionate human being. Because in my instance, David, in reference to my dad got diagnosed with a terminal illness. So by the time I find out he was sick, it was common knowledge that he was dying.
I remember that, you know, and I remember you really love your father too.
Right?
That did real mash you up.
Benjamin, let me tell you something, eh?
You show me the Rasta man, pictures.
Right? And for me, from the instance, right? Remember, when I get the news, now, let me tell you why I get the news, eh? My father's birthday is the 3rd of August. And every year, I would call my father for the fee birthday. And we talk for like about 2 hours straight. If we talk, no time for the year, because he's a man like me. He's a man, love to see any element. He don't have to really be part of the element. He just have to see you happy and good. You know? We would talk every weekend and them kind of thing, but not every day we linking up. Right? But for his birthday was a particular day where I will call and that day we would talk for hours. If we didn't talk about nothing else for the year, we would talk. So when I call him the day, from the time he answered the phone, it was done off the ordinary.
As a song in sick.
As a Benji, I just pick up on energy immediately. To know after, and I now catch it myself. And,
Daddy want to you.
right? Daddy, exactly. I said, Daddy, what I'm telling you, your song and so. Yeah, boy, me feeling good now, boy. I said, serious, boy, on your birthday. I said, so you have nothing going on? Because I still trying to pump his energy. Because that was always me, and he thinks straight down to the very end, right?
Custom seeing them strong. That doesn't be part of the character now. That you still are hoping.
I still expecting you to make a chow and go and create a lime out the road because he was the life of his community. Right? He nickname in the community was Chow. Because for every event, every scene, he'd make a bowl of chow and just gateway. He always had he chow and he little drink and he thing and he doing it.
What kind of chow?
Pineapple thing with salt, prune and the real authentic thing we know.
What area is that?
That Belmont on Agal Street in Belmont. 50 Agal Street is
people to remember.
Yes, I big up Papa, you know what I mean? Big up my father, you know, big up the Costa Foundation we working on. Because right now I'm creating a foundation to pay tribute to him life.
Yes, I.
Because I learn a lot of the goodness that he do that I never know as his son after he passed. Where he's a man support football teams and buy t-shirts for the youths and keep them from being gunmen and get them an opportunity. And he was like for lack of a better word, he was like the mascot of our whole scenes. Because if he not did the scene and the good luck charming happening then, you know what I'm gonna way? And I learned about them thing after. But anyway, and when that scene I come and find out he's sick and he come by me and he was staying and thing, right? I try to be the one that pump life into him. And David, the one day I separate myself from my father is the day he rests up. And when I couldn't find solace in the moment, here would Jack come in my meditation and tell me. He said that was the only time that he could go home. without the guilt.
Yeah, are you there? Yeah.
Because
Seeing
for the
that.
last 3 months you're in his tail.
Yeah.
You're there keeping him alive. Every 15 minutes you come in and hold his hand.
Yeah.
Every 10 minutes you're there with him. You know?
Yeah.
So that just teach you so much as human beings. But no, I say all of that to say that, Benjamin, when I found out my father was sick, I fall on my knees and prostrate unto the King. And from every day, from that day on until my father rests up, I was that guy. Prostrating unto the King. Nobody in seeing them tears. Nobody in seeing them cry out. And to me, or at least to me in that point in time, it come like the prayers wasn't being answered. And if I had any opportunity in my life to step away from the King, it would have been that moment. But in that moment, let me tell you something else. The Father showed me that my will is much greater than your desire. Because my purpose is bigger than you could ever conceive. And when I start to wrap my head around the fact that me losing him at that particular time was only the only time that my spirit had that gap. You understand what I'm showing you?
That time you doubt. Yeah.
Or that time I step away, that time the shield just drop for a second.
With reason too. With
reason.
And this is what we're reasoning about here. We're reasoning about how we don't feel we perfect. We ain't coming to be perfect, man. We letting all you know inside. We letting all you know we's the same like all you, but it was the end in a negative way. These chapters we speaking about here end in good ways, you know. We learn from it.
Yes.
And we achieve from it.
Yes, I.
I mean? So I really appreciate that story. Because it resonates. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and just to add on to where now say as a man learn a lot from that, and I've been so wonderfully blessed from that moment because I was a good and faithful son.
Yeah.
And I hope to be that even much more so for the King of all kings. Because my father was my king. You see it? And then he said, I ain't talking about spiritually, but I'm talking about an emulation and the person that I look up to. Because my father was always a strong man and he was always a provider. He was always a steadfast man and the principles and them things.
And he loved Papa God.
Right? He always had a love for the Creator because even in his passing, he remained connected to that Rastafari. And because even before they come for him after he passed, I still had was to wrap his locks back up. I talking about his past, and his spirit telling me that, make sure to wrap because that time he on the bed and he don't have any stocking, so he whole locks spread out on the bed on the inner end because over the years he whole locks become kind of worn.
Right.
But he had locks long like mine. He was taller than me, but he had locks long like mine. So they see how my locks kind of long, but just everything was kind of in one into a fusion. So I still had was to wrap up his locks, David, and put it back up in his stockings before the people could have even left his body out of the place. And I never feel no kind of way to say, well, my father passed to say I changed bed and them kind of thing, obviously, but I never feel up in his space then. And I always feel like blessings because it, even in the earthly fashion, it pays to be it not pays, but it's good of you to be a good and faithful servant. A good and faithful son.
Yeah, to your father. Yeah.
And to the eternal Father.
At that point,
come
is
on,
is
bro.
important.
Because that way it counts.
Yeah. Because you could have been there your whole life and you ain't there for him when he need you. In the end day. And I ain't talking about the last day.
True, I understand what you say. Come on, I understand.
It's better to watch it like that. Me and you are real similarities.
What you mean, boy, better boy?
My father was no God man thing with he. It was no Rastafari.
Yes, I.
His church was the church of Pan.
Yeah.
He love the Exodus, he visited Pan. He's a culture man. Yeah, he white like snow, but he's a Pan man.
Yeah.
White, he was the nickname.
Yeah.
Right? And in his last days, he he come and, you know, what he come and do, he not no enemies, no that not he love God. And he just good. All he make it amends to everything.
Everything.
But he ain't do nothing because
Yeah.
I never see no stepfather. I never see my father lash my mother.
Yeah.
Son and they were married like, what, 45 years
Yes, I.
before he passed. So
Yes, I.
it was like, yeah, he looking to go. We come a day, we lying down in the bed. We come a day, me and my sister together. Prop up his head
Yes, I.
for him to sit down.
Yeah.
And I had one or two members of my children and thing with me.
Yeah.
And I jump in the car, say, right, he go south. But we driving, mother say, boy, you better come back. My mother is strong, boy. She called me back. You better come back, you know. I think
Yeah.
your father dead here.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell is this? I said, well, I turned down the car. I didn't know how to feel now. I done lost the child. So my brain done spring with that.
Yeah.
Start to just react here now, like, oh, I know I should react.
Yeah.
Remote control, like, alright.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see last son. I go play strong man, you know. And I pull in, bring to fire all of them. When I go in near my father in the bed, the eye open, mouth open, go on. I say, alright. Do you feel my sister? Do you feel like it close here? I say, I got no problem. That was the moment they touch me, like where you feel it.
Yeah.
Like, what an honor. This man changed my pampers, bro.
Yes, I.
This man run from
Yes,
Panorama, 1977,
To come
February
home to take care of
18th,
you.
to come in the hospital, to watch me, because they now win, and watch me. I get a boy, call him David,
Yeah.
I love you, I go on,
Yeah.
back in the pan, you know, and enjoy winning, you know.
Yes, I.
And I come now to close the eye.
Yes, I.
And
Great
that
honor.
was our father, son, church.
Yeah, that's a great honor.
And I get an opportunity, boy.
Yes, I.
I not fighting nobody, war in Iraq or nothing. I know hot somewhere can't come. You know what I mean?
You get an
And here
opportunity
the
to be
moment,
present.
bro. Wow, and that's why I
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
things, and I just wish, I know everybody be like me and be stiff and strong.
Yeah.
No, but still, we have to watch things different, and that's the beauty in it.
And that's
When we watch
something.
it that way, we just feeding off of that pain, and that therapy. It's a sweet feeling, pain this give you too, you know. When you have a sweeter feeling, we calm. Where is the wisdom in acknowledging, all right, it is what it is. You know my mother do? She said, put on YouTube, put on Panorama, put on Exodus
Excellent playing pan on
because
pan.
the horsemen come now
Yes, I.
and say, well, King David, is you? I say, yeah, but them shock and all while moving.
Yeah.
Say, yeah, boy, I'm a father, you know what I mean? What is he saying? What am I do? Because people crying and boy,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
Yeah.
King, that your father, boy. Come, like, we put you and your brother, like, put him on the stretcher, boy, and your son and them.
Yeah.
From off the bed, we will allow all of that. And
Yeah.
thing, and put him on the stretcher, and my mother put on YouTube,
Yeah.
and we wheel him out the house
Yeah.
to the pan, straight in the house. And that was my story, that, you know, show you that it ain't have to be all that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it could be just that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a point where you're like, this is the best, boy. When he get here, boy, I ain't lying. The whole life, where you live, your ups, your downs, to end it like this, in your house, in your bed, boy.
Yes, I. Yes, I.
With
Yes,
your
I.
children and grandchildren
Yes, I.
around you, boy.
Yes, I.
What is this?
Yeah.
What kind of story is this?
Yeah.
How I could be ungrateful, you know?
Because I want to say this, right? And let me just start by saying this first. At a certain men, 1.5, 2 hours is not enough. And David, I really want, even if this video get 5 likes, I want to tell you that within a week or two, when you have a little bit for more free time, I feel like I need to come back to and hold a little sit down on the couch. Because as we say, this is not an interview thing.
We went deep, yeah.
This is not an interview thing. So it's not one sit down where a man can really sit down and hold a, and get
A lot
it
more to
right.
talk about.
I try not to
it's
do
so much
interviews like that, boy,
meditation,
bro.
boy.
You see that there?
Yeah.
I know where you just come with
Right.
now, boy. You see all your style? That's what I need right now for my, as they put inverted commas, career.
Yes, I.
The people
Yes, I.
that know this is me.
That side of
This
David.
is how it is go.
Yes,
You
I.
know, and nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I ain't saying
No,
nothing
I
wrong.
mean, no.
You
no.
know?
And that's what I'm saying, right? And I just want to say that
We will come back and have a part 2, man, because
we
plenty.
definitely need to sit down again
Notice I ain't talking.
and hold our reasoning again. You see it? Because it's so much more to touch on, it's so much more to engage on for the people. But I want to say that it's such a great pleasure, boy, David, boy, to sit down within the eye presence and really tap into this side of you. Because, as you rightfully said just now, it shows so much similarities. And where I want people to understand is that we're not really different people.
No.
We might have different circumstances, but most are we going through the same exact things. Most are we fighting the same battles. And to the youths and them, I would just like to hit them a gentle reminder in terms of telling them that it's such a great honor to honor your parents, to be respectful and to function in a way that would make your parents proud of you.
Yeah.
Because as David say, I can remember when me and my brother living and big up my brother one time. You see it? I can remember when me and my brother lifting my old man up the steps to bring him by me. My father watch me until we are, boy. In the end night, all I have is my 2 sons, boy. You see it?
That was the day.
And that in itself
That
is
life
a blessing.
day. Yes.
You see it?
I can't describe what it was, but that moment,
It's a blessing.
see that moment is reality. And this is life.
Yes, this is life.
Yeah.
So we give thanks to this sit down, brethren. We definitely give thanks to this sit down, my boy. We give thanks to the reasoning. Gotti, I hear me, man. You see it? I hear me, David.
one.
I hear me,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Right?
I hope everybody received the message one way.
Yes,
Right
Yes,
way.